Well, we dispatched to the pass after discussing that we would be the scouts. Did not quite make it to where the trail led up to the Overwatch area, where
That was loud.
I guess they called it a shrine to one of the Chaos Gods. Before we were set upon by about a dozen of these emaciated rats. Looked like they were not very well fed, armed with spears. Did quite a bit of damage to myself and Ozzy, but other than that, the group was able to handle them and destroy them. But I think no one else taking much damage, right?
There were a few hits.
Yeah,
Yes,
not
there
much
were a
damage.
couple. Yeah. The wizard got knocked down to half with.
They
like,
really
one
didn't
health
like
point.
your face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got stabbed in the face. What are you talking about?
Oh, he got stabbed in the face like a dozen times.
Yeah, I got armor lost on it. But hey, found out that spears are really good against chain and leather. That's not good. So I'm eyeballing your plate. Dibs on his plate helm if he goes down.
His helm.
Unless it's due to a head wound.
Yeah.
Can you wear any? Based on your religion, can you wear anything other than leather?
I'm not supposed to really be wearing anything.
Okay.
I mean, it's not really a religion thing. It's the class. But anyways, we
That's
digress.
fine. Yeah.
After getting rid of those dozen Skaven, we continued on up the trail until we found a area where there was a large hole that appeared to have been exploded out or dug out. Very fresh sounds of rats down the tunnel. A very large opening, more than big enough to allow something the size of ogres to go out. Tons of footprints, at least a dozen of ogre-sized, exiting the tunnel and heading further into the pass towards it's called the Brass Keep. We opted not to go down the tunnel, even though our scout did hear sounds of rats that way. It continued toward the shrine with the idea of a plan to try to see if we could see the rat with the helm perhaps leading the assault on Brass Keep from the Overwatch. We got to where we could see the shrine and noticed there's at least about approximately another dozen Skaven there at the shrine. One of them proceeded to, was he thrown in or jumped into the liquid? Either way, there's 3, I think it is, large vats or basins of liquid at the base of some statues. Yes, 3 of them. One of the rats went into the liquid, screamed, and was never heard or seen again. While trying to formulate a plan, the scout again went into a trance. We left him behind for some time as we moved forward to get into our position, and was able to distract the rats that were around the vats of liquid and statues with a cat. I guess it's his pet cat or whatever the heck that cat is. It just shows up out of nowhere. I don't know where he keeps it. Yeah, pocket cat.
There we go.
I'm glad you didn't use the other word.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
But we,
Drink beer. I love how everybody got it, even you.
as they were getting distracted, we got into position and are readying ourselves for a frontal assault into the Skaven that are at this location, and that's where we left off.
And I killed one of them.
Okay, that was pretty complete. So, good job on that. Okay, so a couple bookkeeping issues. First off, where did we spend experience, George?
Oh shit!
I'm continuing to save mine for.
I've been doing that the whole time.
Eventual miracles.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt sounds like he hasn't spent it.
Matt's doing
Ben.
I'm saving mine.
For
Stuff.
What stuff?
Private stuff.
what stuff
You have
for
career
me?
change.
For what? Career
Career
change. Okay, what career are you planning to
Go
go?
list. Fine.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Why is that
There's
private?
no
Yeah,
point
why-
in hiding it.
Private.
Why?
He's a grave digger. I'm a wizard of the
Yeah.
dark. There's no
Yeah,
point in
I'm
hiding it.
I fucking openly announced I'm a thief.
Yep.
Unlike other people who are open thieves who just said,
I'm not a thief.
He's not
Sure
stolen
not.
a thing yet.
Okay, you are a thief by association, maybe not by trade or anything.
He's never stolen anything except for a crown.
crown. Right.
I've
it's
only
just the
seen him
most
give him.
difficult thing to steal in all the kingdom.
I've only seen him put money on people's faces. So
Yeah,
I don't know. As far as I know, he gives it
Andy,
away.
where did you spend your points?
Finished off my stealth and then dodge.
You finished off your stealth. You have no more stealth ever to get.
Just no.
Okay.
I don't plan on
Slit
getting
its
any
throat
more.
in the night.
No more stealth.
He was so quiet he managed to kill the stealth.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
And then 10 carries over. I'm saving it for
Okay.
a skill.
You're just trying to get to your next level as far as the requirement. Okay.
Yeah.
That.
I put 2 points into what was this, initiative? Intuition.
Initiative.
Yeah, initiative.
Huh?
Which is weird because I thought the first point was 15 points or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
It's 25?
yeah.
For stats,
Yeah, it's 25.
25 percent. Okay, because it
Skills are
charged me
cheaper.
50, and I was like,
For 2 points, yeah.
okay.
First 5 points are each 25.
Yeah, skills are much.
So yeah, and then Biscuit, he had 50, so I ended up spending 45 on melee.
Lather. Okay. Okay. The other aspect that I was pondering last time, you have a broken arm.
Yep.
You have your arm presumably strapped using medieval technology to your arm or to your body. That's not super secure. So running into combat, being hit, striking in combat, and so forth, I won't impose a penalty at this point because it's after the fact. But be aware that if you are actively fighting in a melee,
There will be downsides.
that will aggravate the injury and undo the set bone.
Okay.
Okay? So just want to make sure you're aware of that because it's not in a cast, it's not really secure. It's got a torn shirt wrapped around it on your body. And it will get infected, break again, etc. So
Got it.
you do not want to get into hand-to-hand.
Okay, splints are nothing new.
I agree.
Splints have been around for thousands of years. So
Correct.
Actually, in here.
when I did the first aid check on the arm,
It's
I would have splitted it and everything else.
100%. It is.
Okay.
It is splint. It is protected and safe as far as that. That doesn't protect it if you get into a brawl.
I completely
That's
agree
the
with
whole
you.
point. Okay.
I just wanted you to understand that the technology is as best as it can be.
I'm not disputing that.
Because I have the medical skill to do
Correct. Correct. And per the game mechanics, long term, as long as it has been healed per the check within 5 days, I think, of the injury, you have the best chance of it setting properly.
it. Okay, cool.
The
cool,
only what I'm covering is if he gets himself in a situation where he has to duck and weave quickly, i.e., combat.
Right.
It undoes all that work.
Sure, and then I'll have to reset it.
You'll have to
and we'll have
reset
to do
it.
another infection check or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So I have no
just
problem with
mechanically,
that.
I think I wanted to
I
understand
mean,
that.
at a certain point, you may have to break the arm again, also, because it's going to set.
that's
I
what
can
we
help.
do.
Yes, the group's pretty good at it. I'm just covering it because
It's
I
a
noticed
light
last
break,
time you were
all right?
overly
Okay.
aggressive charging into combat
Yeah.
with the base mechanic of I just have one arm,
Yeah.
and that's
He's a
not
wizard, he's got
really
big
the
arms.
game system.
So we have here.
That's a good
So-
like.
By all means, cast your spells at range. That's not as big of a concern.
Don't get punched.
Don't get punched. Don't charge anybody. Don't get into a melee. Otherwise, you suffer that.
You don't have to worry about
It'd be so much easier. So I do have a
Just
question about
chew right through metal.
the increase to my initiative. Does it take effect in this fight? Or
No, I'm not going to adjust it at this point.
Okay.
Part of the reason why we rolled initiative last time.
I know.
Okay. So,
hopeful.
we'll go ahead and get started. We start off with one of the rats that has a halberd. He quickly spins, spots you guys, yells out something in their language. Assuming I can find him.
Oogie boogie.
Oogie boogie. And then
He did turn himself. Oh, he did turn himself around.
he moves over here where he takes cover. Oswald.
I see me track that in chat. What he yelled.
I didn't because he's too far away.
Oh, that's fine.
So echo.
It's only a -1, 2, 3.
I think you moved the wrong rat.
Yeah, you did.
I always think I moved the wrong rat.
Yep.
Yeah, probably did.
It's the armored one.
I mean, unless they have mind control or some other possession that I'm not aware
That's the one climbing out of the vat.
of. Okay.
Okay. So Oswald, what would you like
That's
to do?
really what I'm worried about. Is all of a sudden it'll come out looking like an.
Yeah, like mutant. Like if they all jump in one, they become a rat king.
So,
They'll
as a
together.
reminder, before we get too far into this, only because I sensed there were some concerns about it. Part of the scene here is, like Matt commented, there's 3 gigantic vats filled with an unknown liquid, standing in front of 2 60-foot stone statues of some demonic-looking creature positioned up against the mountain. Where the purple squiggle is in the southeast is where you can see the faint outline of a narrow staircase leading up, which is the pass or secret trail that the priest had told you about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
About how wide is the path? Path?
3 or 4 feet?
3 or 4 feet, so 1 person at a time.
Yeah, it's like a very tight,
This is the best.
steep staircase.
Are the winds of magic in this area particular?
Good thing is we fight.
So,
They are as chaotic as they were before.
back to the
Okay.
next.
Okay.
It's not like,
Awesome.
oh, we entered the shrine, and there's now a -100 for casting.
Well, no, it might be a plus 100,
Which would be just as bad.
or it might
Oh.
just carry random additional effects.
Yeah. That's fine. It's
So-
chaotic.
Yeah.
It's just auto tail.
Okay.
Chaotic evil.
I'm gonna hold my action. Anything comes within range, I'm gonna hit him.
Plus 100 would be amazing.
Anything?
Anything that isn't a friend.
Okay.
Good job.
Who gave me snacks? This
Yeah, I
week?
was gonna say, help me clarify.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
do you consider a friend?
Ah, who shared their snacks?
I've been making you meals, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I helped you get a bomb.
You're really
Only
good
half-
supposed
only
to
half the time you've gotten your sick on it.
So speaking of
We don't
bombs,
talk about that.
speaking
I looked and was like, damn it, I'm close to him.
speaking of bomb, we left the pony or horse back. Did we
Okay,
hobble
they're
it
back?
again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's towards the
I
back.
think that was the discussion
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time.
I just want to
Okay,
make sure.
He-
You're
he
gonna
all
wait.
did it.
You're gonna draw your weapons and wait for them to come to you. Come to them.
Weapons are already.
Okay.
basically.
Yep. Let's see which rat over there. This one is going to move in this direction. Alan.
Can continue channeling? Or bolt shadow?
Channel. What's the range on that?
Oh, depends. Yeah, it depends. Modifiers?
For channeling, none.
If he fails, it's gonna need defense.
Is that a raised area off to the left?
Yes, it's a cliffside. Rises up to another level.
1 point.
I mean the sand.
You beat it by 1.
See how the sand looks like? it
Oh
has
yeah, it's not notably.
Oh, I beat it by 1 point?
So it's just like
Yeah.
wavy. Dune like.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh my god.
I am kidding.
This is going to be difficult not to charge. I think we're going to
You
get one
see-
more move in and be like, no.
You see Oswald's feet grinding into the ground like.
Like a ball just.
You guys getting fucking repeatedly bashed in the fucking head in the last fight because you got separated.
That like half the armor destroyed.
I understand.
Yeah.
Also did that.
Attempt to reload my crossbow because I fired last time. Failing.
We're
Correct.
going to be eyeballing each other and edging a little bit.
Yeah,
No.
I have a mechanics question about the reload of my crossbow. You start out with what? How many
That's a good
rounds
reference. I like that.
it takes?
It takes
you got that
2
close to the
success
water?
levels. I can roll 2
There's
success levels in one
no
round.
minimum or maximum reload time. It's based off of if he scores the success or not.
Right. Now the only
Okay, now I understand the
that
mechanics.
did give me a question. It specifies any weapon that has a reload time is the number of successes that you need to successfully reload. Which we've sort of implied that if it doesn't have a reload time, that it's a free action per other game mechanics, other games and so
I
forth.
think it even spells that.
I don't think it does. I think it says if it has a reload time, it takes an extended test. It doesn't specify otherwise. Okay? So my question being, a hand crossbow or a bow, is that a action to load without a skill check versus a crossbow is a skill check and 1 or more successes to load? I'm neutral either way, but it came up.
Sure it spells it out.
I'm 99% certain it does not. Now, George is probably good at finding any rules that I overlook because he tends to do that. But
He's already on it.
He's actively
I know he's
looking
already
at the
looking.
box.
I'm already sensing the nerf.
And it came up because somebody was walking around with a hand crossbow
Invincible.
assassinating people with headshots.
Sensing the rage.
So it's just like page 233, paragraph 4, line 3, word 14.
So, I'm just trying to lay that out. I'm okay either way because eventually, as everybody should know, Skaven like slings, and slings have no reload time. So, I'm fine with that.
The moment I see any of them pulling out a ranged weapon other than a spear, let me know.
Okay.
Because that will completely change tactics.
You're not going to stand there?
Hell no.
Why?
What's book
Have you seen a bunch of fucking heads explode with rocks?
Empire or something?
I have a very high
Swing on swing battle.
But
He
the,
would
but the
lose.
core rules for reload is not
Yeah.
going to be there.
I know.
My skill's good,
I'm
but it's not
just
that
making
good.
sure because
Yeah,
we
numbers
typically
would just
go to
destroy us.
the. We typically follow along with the main.
At least they don't have the repeater slings like in miniature battles.
Jarman, you just going to wait for him?
That we know of.
Yeah, as long as I don't see any ranged weapons.
That's right,
Okay.
George.
Did that rat...
I do.
Sorry, did that rat move out from inside somewhere? Or was it up against, like, the mountain? I
They
just
were
didn't
further
catch it.
back.
Okay, I just didn't catch it.
I do.
sorry.
Yeah, it's a big map.
I do say to you, as they come in, should we collapse to the wall?
I thought we were stopping any incoming. I don't collapse.
Yeah, you do. You did.
I fell asleep. I have narcolepsy.
So while waiting for the Skaven to charge you, start some friendly banter between each other.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't collapse this time, man.
that sounds like them, honestly.
I have narcosleepy.
In
Leave
the-
me alone.
In the heat of battle, they would totally
Biscuit.
be just casually
Biscuit
talking.
gonna
Now
stage
that
his
you're
ground
canon,
with
yeah.
you, or you want to send him in to fight?
He's gonna. Okay, so who's the three people?
Me, Oswald, and whoever this guy is.
All
You
right.
can never remember my name.
I can never remember.
I'm just gonna have Biscuit come back to me,
All of the talents
just
that refer to reload
guard me.
are affecting the extended SL.
Right.
So it.
I'm looking for the base
That'd be amazing.
mechanics for
I-
range
I-
that spells it out.
I am too.
Can you approve
random
it?
NPC number?
I mean,
Oh, there you go.
you worry about the combat. I'm not
No,
going to be able to
you
contribute
can't
till
move.
Boris, what would you like to do? Your spell has expired
yeah.
as of the start of this round.
So can you not reach them from there?
If you
Out of
wish to do
curiosity.
something.
I could. I'm in like
You
minus
totally
30, I
cast it from
think.
here.
Whatever is.
I know. I just
Cornerstone
like
to your
magic. I want to prefer.
No,
I
Fling has
prefer
a
to get as much
Yeah,
powerful
which is
as
crazy.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I can hit
chaos
him.
affects
The
you
first,
more?
especially the first rank of guys. But
Okay, so you're just gonna move up.
That was 2 moves.
Makes me wish I had a bow.
only two.
I have skill with it.
Is
So,
Thor's invisible
you're gonna be-
again?
No,
No.
I'm just really far away.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
He's way back. He was
You're gonna be
doing that
slinging.
concentration.
I did not realize he was gone until we were making plans. I'm like,
Until the arrow went flying through the air. Wait a minute, where's George?
So when you're concentrating like that, you're catatonic, right?
Yes.
Catatonic.
That wasn't on purpose, but that's good. I like
Yes.
it. So you are like you're just laying there on the ground and out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Similar to his spell where he's shadowtonic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. Chat.
Nice one, Dad. That's a good one.
Thad, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and throw a rock.
You're gonna throw a rock?
Well, I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
slam.
Oh,
I don't think you're gonna get him, but sure, go for it.
I don't think I can get throw that far.
the insult is too much for him. They run away.
It lands at our feet. Like
This sling's too much of a crush.
That is halfling range, I'll have you know.
8 yards.
with your strength bonus, you throw 10.
Here goes
He's a
nothing.
strong halfling.
Okay, so you fumble.
Man.
That's a fumble.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a critical hit.
You want to reroll?
People. It depends if he passed or not.
Nope,
On
it
his
doesn't.
skill, which you know.
Randy.
Almost.
By 2.
Yes. It's 2 points.
No, I'll take whatever the fumble is.
Okay. Range weapons malfunctions and slightly breaks, taking 1 point of damage.
What does that mean?
Means 1 point less damage you do.
Yeah,
to it.
so if you go into your,
Mother bitch ass.
so if you go into your character sheet in the combat, there's the plus damage. Just right click it. It should reduce it.
Oh wow. It's only
And
that many?
is damaged.
Okay.
Joy.
So, my understanding is you guys are standing your ground until they reach you,
Mm.
or until they pull a ranged weapon.
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to fast forward a couple of rounds rather than moving them short distances.
Is anybody shooting?
Yes.
I am,
That's what I wanted to cover. you're reloading, you're casting spells. So go through, figure out if you load this round, since I know you didn't.
Yes.
Okay. So you want to cast a spell this round or wait?
Wait.
Okay.
Why did that go down?
Why did what go down?
My SL. I clicked the SL by accident. Can I reverse that change? No.
I have no idea.
Got it. Well, I'll just have to mark that.
If it went down by 1, just add a +10 for your
Okay.
next
One of them ended in the water.
I'm not worried about that. I'm moving them as a bulk group. So Ben, go ahead and pick one and take a shot. This is the following round, and then I'll just move them up.
I'll see if I can take out the heavily armored one, because the bolt can hit a lot of them. If he chooses to.
No, we can hit 2 of them.
Stop. Okay. Whatever.
Bolt can increase target number.
That.
Once. Each of the upgrades can be applied once.
Either way.
I rolled a 12 versus a 15, so that would be a 4 success levels. So, not 2 success levels, 4 success levels. So I should add 2 for my armor and, 2 for my armor. So
6 total.
6 total success levels for that. So that's wrong. I have 10 success levels channeled.
Write it down so you don't forget.
Yeah, it's on down.
Why is the 12 versus the 50 SL2?
I misclicked. Misclicked my
Modifiers?
modifiers. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay. So,
because you can see I have what? User entry -5 SL bonus.
okay. So, Ben, go ahead and take a shot.
Okay. Firing at the heavily armored one with a Bodkin bolt. Penetrating.
Oof. Nice hit.
That's going to do
Okay.
a lot of
He
damage.
takes 15 points of damage to the left leg and goes down.
Okay.
Okay?
How many more of those are there?
There are no more of the heavily armored ones. There's just a whole bunch of the little ones.
Did you want to cast a
Little.
spell this round?
Does it look like they have one more round of reaching?
How long do you think you're gonna
You
be
have what
able
you
to
see.
pull it off before your dad finds a way
Yeah, I was
to
gonna say.
absolutely nuke you?
Yeah.
I know.
I'll
They
check
just
it
need
out.
shields.
Well, and it,
Yeah, that's all.
related to
all it
that,
takes.
related to that,
Yeah, yeah.
I already I covered it, at least with some conversation. I think I may have mentioned something in Discord. Fundamentally, their priority targets are fundamentally the same as everybody else. You see a wizard, everybody nukes them.
Oh yeah.
You see a range target, they're the second one who gets nuked. After that, you deal with Matt and Andy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we're always. You should be the absolute last thing they go after.
Right.
Right.
Why would they come after me?
Well, that's why he folds it.
Yeah.
But
That's why I take naps. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
But
whatever.
I just want to make it abundantly clear. If they have ranged attacks and you're a wizard,
I know.
don't get upset when every single one of them fires at you and then on the guys with the archers, because they got the same sense of logic you guys do.
Why do you think I hide the back?
I know.
I don't try to aggro shit.
But you're not casting spells either.
No.
They're just
I
fleeing.
try to be unassuming.
So I did want.
Channel once more.
Okay.
I'll yell this out. My turn. I can't talk.
I can't turn myself invisible.
So that's 6 more.
Nobody can.
No, that's true. That would be
Okay,
chaos.
Ben, you want to load?
That's true.
It would be evil. Interesting.
I completely agree.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going
People should not be able to do that.
approximately how fast are they moving?
He's showing me.
I'm showing you on the map. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Well, let's see.
I'm
22,
going to try
4,
to reload
5.
one
They,
more.
they paused for a moment. One of them grabs a rat tape measure and holds it out so you can tell exactly what their rate
Okay.
of speed
I'm going to attempt to reload and fire one more time.
is. Okay, go for it.
As they get closer, I start
Keep in mind, you got
Okay,
a
yeah.
shield
Yeah.
and sword to
Yeah.
put on.
You
Yeah.
failed to reload.
I'm.
Did you want to cast now or
Yeah.
channel?
Yeah, I'm casting.
Okay, pick a target.
I also have to piss.
Let's go with the closest.
Still-
So 10, because I think
Okay.
it's in my view.
I wish I'd thrown weapon skill, man.
Stones. It's like so different.
So I don't know if
Only a
it'll
few
actively
crews have it.
apply the
That's what
SL
I've got,
bonus
but I would
because
throw
it doesn't look like it has any
Entertainers
modifiers.
get that level
It doesn't
too.
go far.
So
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. But it's
Add
just about-
33.
It's about being able to run
Add
in combat with a
33?
shield, throw something, draw.
Oh yeah.
Or just some weapons you can just melee with and hunt on.
What I'm looking for is
Spears.
any roll with an 8 in it.
But spears are
I know.
pull arms, so I have to get a pull arm
I know.
skill too.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
That's awesome. Roll, please.
What happened?
I'd say
His miscast test. Anytime he rolls the dice and he gets an 8,
so
tens digit or single digit, he
That's-
gets a major miscast.
that's nowhere near accurate.
That's something we discussed.
17 more levels of that.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you can double each one of them and add a bunch of range.
Let's see. So I would make.
2 targets that take.
Obscene damage.
I was gonna do 3 targets.
You can't. Per mechanic rules, you can only apply each bonus once,
Nope.
except for range.
Nope. The Winds of Magic changed that. Winds of Magic has a new chart for it, which I'm pulling up the chart right now.
I haven't studied magic since I played my wizard and I did base books.
What book is that?
Up in arms, I'm looking for range rules.
Yeah, that's the newest book that we added. It has a bunch of new ammunition.
It's a book
armor.
about hugging
Yeah.
up in arms.
Arms and arms.
It's a growl grapple.
Here's the
Yeah.
podcast table.
Now you're making me want to read it. See?
Yep. See. Purple dragon.
Never mind. 21 or more allows me to put 3 targets, but I can.
21 or more success levels?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. 5 success levels go
Shit,
to
shit.
making it to where it's 3 targets. I was wrong. 5 success levels for 2
That's
targets.
fun.
Yeah.
Let's not in the where
Plus
Warhammer-
2 targets or 2 targets?
Plus 2 targets.
By the
Okay.
pirated website.
So
and use
3
that.
targets at double range, so that's 1 more success level. So 6 success levels used. I have 21 success
Okay.
levels, so the rest of them going to damage. So
You said the-
6
which one
points
gets
more
it?
damage to a
No, which one
cast
gets
of
the throne?
Entertainer
6 plus
Retainer does.
21.
at level 2.
You obliterate whoever you
Yeah.
hit.
But you can
That's a
also
lot of damage.
get it from
27.
other crews that have
27
range
plus 4
and
for the normal spell.
31.
Nice.
Points of armor piercing
Like,
damage
Pit Fighter
to
at level
3
4
of the
is range
targets
for
within
some
range.
reason.
Pick your
Take
targets.
3.
Damn that.
Those 3.
Yeah, range throwing.
I-
That's good.
I had 2 of them selected.
There.
That's the
Okay.
only career that I saw that gets out at the lowest level.
I don't think I'll be an entertainer ever though.
You're gonna die.
Does anything happen to them
Just-
when they
just-
die?
I know.
Anything after they die?
Anything I can see.
Yeah. The wizard steps forth, stretches out his hands. 3 black, shadowy, evil-looking darts fly out, strike them. The rats get struck. Large holes appear in their chest or leg or wherever they end up getting hit. They convulse, fall to the ground. In what looks like, as they hit the ground, it looks like a spray of dust or something from the ground.
Gotcha. I'm confused as a character even.
Correct.
Yeah.
Of why the one rat jumped in the water. When it seems to be dangerous, then I thought they would. If it was, it would.
Wait, one of them jumped in the water again?
That was no.
Not again.
Oh god.
Okay.
People need to start paying
Ben.
attention. Jesus.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop my crossbow, Can I draw my sword and my pistol? And that's it?
If you drop it, yeah. If you drop your bow, yeah.
Crossbow. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And what are you gonna do?
Backing up.
Well, let me double check our range on my pistol.
I'm assuming you can be wherever you want at
Oh,
this point,
okay.
George. We've glossed over it since you weren't attacking things.
George is in the
I
back
was-
going,
And then he prays.
they can't see me.
Just a dance party
I can just
behind us.
leave.
I was
No,
voluntarily.
he just summons a whole bunch
I mean,
of
if you're
cannibals
staying in
to
the
have
back,
a
that's
dance
fine. I don't have a problem with it, but
His range attack.
it's been several rounds as they've been running towards the group.
I mean, I'll be like right there.
Okay.
I believe in the group.
Do I have?
I have
okay,
faith.
good.
Wizards are useful.
Yeah. So they go running past
Okay.
all the fighters that stab you
It's
repeatedly.
Ben.
So,
Okay, so we're going to start round 6 normally because they're close enough that we're going to get charges at this point. So Oswald, what would you like to do?
says it's north.
Normal sequence.
Okay.
You're going to charge forward? Yeah. Okay. I mean, it has been nearly 45 seconds of standing there.
You guys just see veins on the side of my head the whole time. I'm telling him,
They-
"Oh,
You have a helmet on.
Hold, damn you!
You could see him through my helmet. My helmet's
I think
couldn't
I think distracted. Look over there. Look at that.
Have you seen this shiny cat?
Look at this coin.
George has to use his cat to distract me while
All right.
Okay, so you tried the first one.
Thank you.
Go for it.
That's amazing.
I hate his character so much.
I
know.
love this character so
No,
much.
my character hates his character.
Jarman stands there. Hold the line, or not. Okay, you
Oh my
run up,
gosh.
barely
Jesus.
striking him as you do.
With
He
his-
returns with the spear.
no.
You manage to hit him for 11 points. That after armor and defenses does 6 to him. Okay, so this rat over here. Let's see.
I can be a watchman and end up with a
He is going to countercharge you.
Watchman's
Okay.
Oh, hey, yeah.
It's absolutely amazing first level Watchman.
Oh, wait, yeah. First level? Yeah, first level.
What's the 2-on-1 bonus?
Plus
20. 20. More or less.
He hits you for 8.
Success levels?
Taking 14 points against the right leg, which will be 4 after your armor and damage. Okay.
keep track of getting hit.
Yeah. Anything that gets past your armor, but not necessarily toughness.
Okay.
He stabs you with a spear. Shriek of rat-like glee, spittle dripping from his jaws. Looks like he's working himself into a frenzy as they charge heedless into you.
Great. Berserker rats.
That's right.
Was the halberd any good for you?
Alan.
I'm the fun thing.
You're-
Is, that could have been one of
Ask any of the group that was here when I was playing the Wizard with Albert.
I'm gonna start chatting.
That was in Rolemaster, wasn't it?
For the,
That was so
No, it was in
surprising.
base wherever too.
It was so surprising. I'm like, wow, how are you doing more damage than
Okay,
me?
nothing.
You guys were wondering why I bought a halberd.
Okay,
Like,
that rat that you stabbed stabs back at you.
Snapper snap.
technically I was there. I just don't remember.
Stabby McStabs.
Because of that head wound. He gets you a 77 for a critical with one level of damage.
Here we go again.
We've told you that story, right?
This is the body, so the criticals are nullified due to impenetrable, it looks like.
Yep, these was an odd critical.
Fine.
Session one.
So he beats you for 8 points against the body, so apply 1 more point of damage.
Okay.
I got to test out the wounds.
That one you don't have to mark down, though.
Right. 'cause
Yeah.
that one didn't get through.
He didn't get through your armor.
Yep. Okay.
Stabbing McStab. Stabbing McStab face.
Dude, if they all surround you, it's gonna be so
Welcome,
easy to shoot
friends.
and hit.
Every 5th hit is sorry.
Heinrich.
Okay, seeing that one charging up to me, I'm going to, with my offhand and my pistol. But
Okay.
be a
So
little
get minus
rounder.
20 for offhand.
Yes, but I also have plus 20 for him being that close. Right.
I thought pistols were at 10
20
Foot.
yards.
for
So
a point. Oh,
For
short,
20
short.
yards, 20 yards is their max range.
Short.
Short range. Short range. Yeah. Point blank would be a lot better.
I have the shortest range attack in the group. Well,
Jesus.
One.
It's only a 1.
Oh, good.
Hey, you're
lord.
garbage, dude.
He's rolled an 18 and a 1 to shoot him.
So I won't worry about the black powder shock, because the black powder shocked him to death. So he comes running out of the dust and everything. There's a loud crack as you shoot him in the body.
But just leaving another massive hole.
It doubles over, sending a spray of the dust in your direction.
After I fire, I drop my pistol and grab my shield. Can I do that?
Sure.
Yeah, I can do that.
this can get all dirty.
I still have that cloth over my mouth.
I'm not dropping a
Damage.
pistol. There's no fucking way I would drop a pistol. No, it's not that. It's just, it's.
Hey, damage.
Are you wounded?
Huh?
Still.
Gold.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're right.
German.
A German.
One of them runs
those
past
are
the
capable of fixing
fighter and runs up to you.
Okay.
There's 2 weapons at my feet.
Stabs at you with a spear, managing to fumble but miss you by 1, or hits you at a -1, I guess.
Okay. Definitely not dodging. Defensive. Yeah.
It's an amazing rat.
Hey! I parried!
You didn't hit.
Okay.
Good job.
Good job.
That's the first
Finally
one.
rolled good.
Yeah, parried.
With his face.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's you damage his spear as he swings it at you as a result of the fumble. Jarman, your turn.
And he's act last, so you get to attack him again.
No, we don't do that rule.
You don't modify that.
For last or first.
I don't-
It's really complicated with initiative being a circle.
I know.
So that makes sense.
Do I? Yeah, I'll just attack the guy. Okay. All right. Target him with a combat sword.
You're actually
Yeah, I
really
hit.
good today.
Not anymore.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
He
Okay.
beat you because of his shorter weapon. Or longer weapon, I mean. Okay, Biscuit.
I keep doing that.
Biscuit's gonna charge the. I'm gonna tell Biscuit to help him like he did
Okay.
last fight.
Okay. Save Jarman.
Yep.
Let's use the wolf cannon. Dogs and wolf cannons.
All right. So.
Now if you have
You say it just loud enough for Jarman to hear it.
now if Jarman had a pet wolf, that'd be
Good placement.
cool.
I do. He's on my back.
I know what I'm doing. No, I'm playing the
What's
game.
his name? Cape.
Grayback.
What'd you call me?
My pet.
All right.
is-
So he gets a bonus for outnumbering, right? 2
Well,
bonus
yes.
Round number 20 for charge.
and another 20 for charge.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Chomp.
Hit by 2.
Hey, you hit it.
Please.
He
Please.
defends, getting a critical,
No.
and
Oh my
beating by
God.
3.
Does
So
the dog
Biscuit's
have
good.
armor?
Does
Yeah, the dog has armor.
Okay, 1 point on the arm, unless you want to take.
He
a
doesn't
critical.
have armor.
Okay,
Okay, well,
then he takes his critical.
armor.
God,
that's,
yeah,
that's
Gains
not so
a bleeding
It's not
condition.
that bad. Well,
one extra wound too. Damn it.
One extra wound and one wounded turn.
Yeah.
Playing conditions.
bleed can be bad.
And yeah, it's a 1 wound because it didn't do any damage otherwise.
Okay.
And then he's bleeding, so it takes a point every round.
All right.
Fours.
Hey, remove a little bit.
The bleeding wouldn't happen until the following round, right?
It happens at the end of the global round. All the persistent usually, but it's up to how he has it programmed. I'll move there and I'll be done.
I'll add 1 back in and apply it the following round. That's fine. Okay, you just move there. Got it. Okay, next rat.
You only did 1 point with the actual attack, though, right?
Yeah, he should only be 1 down.
Okay.
If he drag and dropped it on the critical wound onto him, it automatically calculates the extra damage the critical does.
Oh. So, like, I should drag the
Yeah,
minor
just
cut over?
Oh, I think he does that.
Oh, okay.
You probably could too, but at least
He
he's
already had
good.
the bleeding conditions.
Okay, Ben.
He already did it.
Minor
Rat
cut.
runs up to
You
you,
bleed to
stabs
death
you
in
at a
a minute.
+8.
Yeah.
Spear struck through your leg.
It's only a minor cut.
Yeah.
Is it a critical?
It's a 1, I think. I think you rolled a
That'd be
1.
like a
No, I
fucking
rolled a 5.
bacterial.
So 5
Okay.
times less effective than you.
Ouch. Ouch.
15 points to your left leg. That's going to do 8 to you.
Ouch.
So if you bleed out to
like
0,
pencil.
what happens?
You start dying.
Every bleeding condition you have is a 10% chance of do that.
Every turn.
So I mean, one bleeding condition every round you have a 10% chance of dying.
What do you do?
And you can,
I was trying to answer it, but George was talking at the same time. I was going to say you start taking a 10% chance per level of bleed, but all I got out was you start dying.
It just doesn't
worked
seem like a minor cut.
It's not. Minor cuts
not.
don't apply bleeding.
It said minor cut.
Yes.
it's critically.
It's a
minor cut.
critical minor cut.
Like a minor cut.
I mean, his arm could be cut off. That would be
Yeah,
a major
In
cut.
a minute. So basically,
Minor.
it cut his fucking femoral artery or something.
Yeah.
No, that's seconds.
Okay, Tallman, what would you like to do? Your dog is bleeding currently all over Matt.
Minute and a half, depending on how
Is it?
bad the trauma is.
You also have 10% chance for cauterizing normally.
Yeah, that's true, too.
It's you, Tom.
Oh, Tolman?
Once you start dying, well.
Because that makes sense.
Halfway out, you can do something.
You're moving around again.
There's one of them that's...
There's a reason the medics tell you stop moving and apply pressure. They don't tell you go get in a fist fight.
Does the dog get special healing by licking its own wounds?
I run up to the dog.
No. Okay.
So that is a double move for me.
Yep, that's it. Oswald. You see Heinrich on the side. He just took a big stab through his leg.
Gosh.
Was it like?
All right, I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
rock
what?
this guy right here. And
Why did you speak, Ben?
All good.
He blocks it without any difficulty.
I don't believe in.
so
Karma.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't believe in
To be
karma.
young.
I'm gonna use my relentless
Yeah, my luck has
to
been.
disengage with one of them.
Okay. So one of them gets a strike at you?
One of them's gonna get a strike at me.
Okay. So let me resolve that.
Okay.
That's it. Added my shield.
It's going to hit you by 2.
Does it critical
And I'm not
roll
adding
shield?
anything for the. Am I supposed to be adding
Does it
something
critical
for
roll
the
shield?
shield? Did
No.
we decide no?
No, it
it's
should be applying it
just
automatically.
parry, right?
It,
Yeah.
it
Okay.
didn't for mine.
It hasn't been since last. game.
Okay, then
If your shield is equipped,
it was.
it should be.
Okay, it didn't.
As far as defenses is what it was not. Okay, so you may need to adjust your hit points by 2 points or
The
something.
hit points, yeah, you have to adjust.
Right.
That's
Okay,
force
so
of
Andy
purpose.
beat you. He did 10 points to your body.
So you
Subtract
did
your
18,
toughness and armor.
Took
It
it.
did 15.
So it
And
won
it
again.
did 8 to me. I have
Toughness.
a. I have a 4 toughness and then 3 AP.
Which is 7,
7
plus
so
your
you
shield.
took 8. Yeah. You have 3 armor points hit plus your shield, or your shield gives you 3.
My shield gives me an additional 2.
So you should have 5 then.
Yeah.
Yes, I have 5 AP
So you
with
should,
my shield.
So you should have 2 hit points back.
Yes.
The program right now, for whatever reason, doesn't apply the 2 points for the armor for the shield
Okay.
reliably. So we'll double check that. I'll let you guys just apply the damage. As far as if there's other effects, we'll
You
know
want to
that.
make sure you have
Okay.
yours applied properly too that one time.
Yeah.
If you took like
A point.
no, you took like 4.
I took 4 the first
Okay.
first attack, so.
Okay, so then you said you wanted to withdraw? Okay, move over there?
Yep.
Okay. Bring the fight to Matt.
Yes.
Okay, Alan.
Uh-oh.
Bigger shooting
Um,
ground.
There we go.
Gonna start channeling now. That's a channel at least.
I was just
Okay.
laughing because
I
it's
see a
5%
rat
juice.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't even say what kind of
It's white
Yeah.
grape juice.
Okay,
Cute.
so 62 versus 50 is not going to do anything.
No,
I have
juice
base.
at all.
So
You have
I
5,
don't know.
10. Yeah, it didn't
That
apply your
don't
shield.
apply
You
if you
took
fail.
1 point, not 4.
Okay.
Right. So I put 2 back. Oh,
3.
I need 3 back. Yeah, gotcha.
Your
I'm in
shield.
trouble.
Yeah.
This one runs over here to engage Ben.
Plus 20 for 2 on 1.
That one I know.
He's getting good at figuring that out.
no.
That is.
In
He hits you by 3.
Parry.
I moved to the wrong square. Crap.
Very good.
Yeah, you managed to parry
To
him.
move next
Then
to
Alan
you.
failed his channeling,
Range.
and then we go to the
More.
next one.
Ratus homunculus.
I still think
Balls.
we're doing this wrong.
What?
We're doing what wrong?
This whole approach.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I think you've screwed me.
We haven't even made it. Oh, shit. We haven't even made it to the path yet. And this is our second mass melee.
Think you can assassinate him?
No.
Oh, shit. I'm just a halfling.
Heinrich?
I'm a
Heinrich
wizard.
will
A broken arm.
attack the southern one that charged him first.
Okay.
You have pole arms. Go. You got him.
I don't have a pole arm.
Something to hit him? I don't think I have any modifiers
With
on
the
that.
splint, it's sort of like a pole arm.
Rips
really
it off,
short pole arm.
Sticks. Tapes his.
I mean, is the splint made from poles?
That's where I. Get it? It's a pole arm.
There you go. You should have lots of skill with that.
Your splints are extra long.
Well, that's not a very good strike. He attempts to parry you.
I mean, think about it. When he gets a
succeeding.
prosthetic, he's going to always
did.
have a
He
pole
beat you.
for an arm.
Yeah.
He will.
They don't get the
I love how
plus
you-
20 for
I love how
the
you framed that.
parry.
I'm
Win.
not applying it.
Okay, good.
If.
Okay.
Win.
Every time I've tried to get a prosthetic, it's killed my character.
Okay. This one fighting German.
I lived with it.
German.
Is going to strike a German.
Get him, Jeremy.
It's by 4.
Is he had a penalty because he's 2 for 1?
No.
No, there's no
It's
The
Yeah,
count.
only
attackers get
bonuses,
bonuses.
okay.
You just
Yeah.
not getting.
Yeah, you got me.
You
One
can take
point.
care of this.
7 points to the leg.
1 point.
Jarman.
Stormy. Get him.
Alrighty. Let me take my 1 point of damage. God, I didn't realize how many hit points down I was at.
He started wounded.
I did the best I could.
I know. I'm not worried about that. I'm bad. All right. I yell. Well, I think he's already going to react the way he should. Hopefully, I attack this
You're
one.
talking about me. I don't know.
There we go.
Finally.
Yeah, good solid strike. He
See,
attempts
there's no
to parry.
such thing as karma.
There is very much a thing as
You
karma.
absolutely hit him. He takes 8 points, but he's still up.
All right,
That
swinging
is
again.
karma.
Since he's actually
Oh,
coming
is
to
that you,
things.
Furious Assault?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I've had it ever since I've joined
He's
the
just
group.
got to get that first
Alright,
hit.
there's the-
Oh,
There we go.
Yes.
Welcome back, Germans.
Okay. He blocks your second strike.
Oh man.
That's
Weapon suffers a point of damage.
Now what can
That's
I do?
amazing.
Oh
Thank
my
you, Ben.
God.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't.
I'm gonna get
And
a
there's no
muzzle
way I
for
can
Ben.
modify that.
You can re-roll.
You know what's funny?
I
You're
had to
laughing
use-
about
I
it
don't
now,
have
but
to
if
do
that was
You got
happening
Dark
to
Yes,
you,
I am
you'd be
aware.
pissed.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
do have
aware.
corruption. I'll take corruption.
Okay, you want to do
Oh wait, God, I'm in the middle of the pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? It's not a great place
have any
for
fortune
There's
corruption.
literally a dark shadow standing over you.
The good
Take that
thing
deal.
is the dark deal
Yeah.
is very giving.
It's just
Do you have
dark
fortune?
tea, man. Just
No, I
Dark
don't.
teabag.
How do you have no fortune?
Dude, we have,
Because
we
you
have
sucked it
not
all from him,
rested.
why not?
We have not rested, and I've been getting hammered from the beginning.
You took all of his permanents by not putting
Yeah,
your guys
rephrase that,
for.
my guy.
I am gonna go ahead and I don't like having a damaged weapon, especially not when it was a magic weapon.
I mean, it's not like it's
Even
part
it's
of
the
your religion or
magical
anything,
part
right?
of that.
No, this one's not.
Okay.
But even
Nice.
it's the
It's
magical
repair-
part
it's
of that
repairable.
sword.
Yeah.
By
Mine-
who?
Mine was.
It's magical.
It's magical. Then.
the magic part's not broke.
Well, yeah. Functionally, the magic's not broken
Doesn't
unless the weapon actually gets destroyed. Given that it's magical, it has other mechanics. Okay, you can repair the weapon any normal way that you could repair the weapon. Okay, whether it truly can be broken or not, if it reaches 0, is it actually snapped? That's subject to interpretation at the time.
The fine is going to be the main part because that's the material value, so it's going to cost more to repair it. That's the fine category.
I don't have any freaking money. I'm gonna go ahead and take Dark Two.
Okay, give me a willpower save
Straight willpower
or cool.
Cool.
Cool. I was gonna say.
You have your glasses on?
I failed it last time.
You did.
Yep, you have your glasses on.
A two.
Good roll. Just add 1 point of corruption.
So you're
Good
so
job.
cool.
So where's that? Which one do I click on?
Oh,
This
right
one?
It
click,
brings down his helm.
and take Dark Deal.
There you go.
So you only failed by minus
Yeah.
0.
You just still
Hey.
beat you.
I'm alright with that.
That's fine.
Alright.
Biscuit.
Where's my? I have to gain it.
It should have added it.
Oh, I did.
Biscuit, make him
Yeah.
gravy.
Last time
Consider
it gave me
attack.
extra.
Give me some stuffing.
I'm very giving at this scene. If you want dark deals, no
Sure
problem
you
at
are.
all.
Right. We're only really close to a shrine. You know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, that's an impressive failure. He attempts to parry the dog, getting a critical against the dog again.
Damn it.
Okay, so the dog is
Where
going
at?
to take a.
Where's it at?
Where's it at?
This is the head.
Oh Jesus.
He
Uh,
is wearing,
here.
he is wearing a helmet.
So you can take a damage.
you want to take a point of damage?
Yeah.
Does that destroy the helmet or just?
It's a leather cap, so yeah.
So yeah,
destroys
okay.
it.
So
Wow.
helmet's ripped to pieces, but it does save his ear.
It doesn't destroy it, it damages it, so it gives you no benefit.
You will become the elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could've-
We do have a artificial ear nearby.
Very big.
Did anybody recover my artificial?
No.
ear? I don't
No,
think
we
they did.
don't.
No, it was on your
What?
burnt
That
body.
was taken by the Witchers.
Yeah, because I looked for it.
Boars.
Okay.
Well,
So
along
we do
with
have
my great
one
axe.
question. Do
Oh.
the two rats appear to be directly looking at me?
No,
Got it. I'm praying.
I can tell you who they're looking at.
I did apply the bleeding to this.
Fairly obvious.
Thank you.
Yeah, they are not looking at you.
I got it.
Okay, now they're definitely not looking
Yep.
at you.
You
Range
can,
feet.
you that is some stuff. You
Barely
got it.
Nice.
You got
I saw
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
I was gonna do
amazing.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You're welcome to.
I looked at it,
absolutely
it's like, I think I
incredible.
failed. I saw the +0, and I'm like, oh, I just got it.
I love his person. You can't see me. You can't see me.
Okay, that one stabs at Ben.
He's even rocking back and
Yeah.
forth.
Yep.
He is going to up. He actually hit you by 1. I forgot the
one?
bonus for plus for 2 people.
Okay. I parry.
I forgot the bonus for out number 2.
Successfully.
Damn it.
Okay. Tolman.
Hold on a second.
I'm somehow
I think
succeeding.
he's still parried by
I think
like
he did,
7
yeah.
on me.
He parried by a bunch.
That
No, by 2.
I'm gonna sling a rock into
So
that guy
what
as he
is
goes
it?
past.
Okay.
maybe
It's,
it's attacker.
it's going to be dependent
Point
on the
blank.
skill.
Plus 40.
Does he have a higher skill than me?
Thank you.
Probably.
He has
since
he has the long weapon.
And I'm gonna use a lead
when
bullet,
there's when
lead
there's
bullet on this one.
ties, it's based off of skill.
Okay.
Then
Lead
got
poison.
then an extra tie for range, and then
I thought it was just attacker me always want
No.
ties.
God damn it!
Well,
you
that's
still
pretty
hit
good
a
roll.
+10, Dad.
Okay,
Yeah.
buddy?
Yeah. You whip out a stone and sling it into the guy's head or leg. He goes down easily with a broken leg.
You were angry
Oswald,
when you had
You added too many bonuses.
43.
I only added the plus 40 for point blank, like you said.
You
But
have
you start-
103 skill.
No.
No, it's not right.
How do you break? Yeah,
Did you add it twice, maybe?
I think it.
What's your skills say what, 65 to begin with?
that's probably what it did. It automatically added, so it's actually 4 less.
So it's 103, so
He did 12 instead of 16.
It's still dead. It's fine.
yeah.
I charge up to that one
Okay.
and attempt to smack him.
Yeah, because I added you told me I added the
Yeah.
plus 40, so I was like,
Thank
oh.
you.
But
To be fair,
I forgot it auto calculates the range.
Yeah, I also forgot about that.
And
I
got-
forgot we finally
okay.
fixed that.
He beat you with a good parry. Okay.
Hey, it's going us, rat, us, rat.
The other rat continues to stab at Ben.
He can certainly try.
Hits you by 2.
Ouch.
And you fumble in your
fortune.
defense.
Fortune. I am not taking that 100 fumble.
Still talking about karma? You don't believe in karma?
I do not believe in karma.
Okay.
Karma is false.
Fortunately, you're fortunate, and you managed to deflect the shot.
The only
That
thing
is
that
my
doesn't
last
beat
fortune.
karma
Alan.
is the chaos gods.
I have 5 feet.
I'm gonna cast on. Nah, I'm just gonna channel again.
So we never got a recharge, and I know people have been using it.
I've been using my blessings for the fortunes.
Okay, still can't channel.
There's no hidden eye.
Yeah,
You
but
need-
it's auto.
usually.
The thing is, I have 5 feet.
Yeah, I don't have any left.
So I had
Okay.
a lot of fortune.
That rat attacks
Yeah.
you, Andy, since you engaged
You
him.
have 5 feet.
Okay.
Because we lost 3.
He's going to fumble and hit you by 0.
Let's hope I can do better
You
than that.
fumble and
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, you blocked him. His fumble tears a muscle in him, which probably won't matter because he'd be dead momentarily. Heinrich.
the back.
Attack at the southern one. See if I can hit him. +1.
One good cast, and now I'm
Secondary arm.
He beat you.
Okay.
They apparently are skilled to be able to defend against your attacks.
And me.
Okay,
against
the one over
theirs.
here fighting Jarman is going to strike at Jarman. This Jarman can't kill him.
Come on, Jarman.
He swings, fumbles as well, striking with -3.
We're rolling really high today.
You easily block it. He fumbles, and he has a penalty of 10 next round, if he's alive. Jarman.
bonk him.
Do you mean slash him?
I mean bonk.
He said more. I don't think it was.
Yeah,
What
you
was it?
got him. And he defends
He said
terribly. Applies, he's out.
He bonked.
And then I
Got
moved.
that one down.
You know,
Oops. I guess I have to measure, not
But I
just
swear
move my
it's no
piece,
ball.
right?
You know,
Yeah,
"Ooh,
probably.
come on.
Depends on how far you can move.
I mean,
I have a 4 move, so
So you can go that's 1, 3. You can go here.
I can go. Well, it's 8 yards. I can
Uncle
go
Bear
right.
time frame.
Yeah, does that show as 8 yards?
Yeah,
yeah,
it does.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you get Pier's Assault?
Yes.
No,
Wait, what?
No, in this case.
Yeah, I figured
It's-
it's on the
it's good.
same target.
you cannot. No, you cannot move. Oh, period.
Okay, so you
It's
sacrifice
attack,
one to attack
And
again.
then you.
It's good.
No, you cannot move in the same round you get
He's
fierce
gonna
assault.
charge the closest one and attack.
Okay.
So
There's 2 of us, Biscuit. You can do it.
Yeah, we charge the
turn your-
closest
yeah,
one,
you
so
have
you
to
better
hit
be
begin
prepared
with
for
to
a
get
bite.
Just my
what was that?
You're biting Andy, right?
beating you right on the
Closest
ass.
You should change your
I
name.
don't have any armor back there.
You should change your name to Grady. You guys always team up.
Why? Dude, how many times are you gonna make that joke?
As much as I can.
Alright.
There's the new one.
So plus
Yeah.
20 for charging,
Plus 20.
plus 20 for
2 on 1.
2 on 1.
Nice.
Good job, Biscuit.
Okay, that takes that guy out as the dog
Ooh.
lunges on him.
Nice.
Boris?
Well, you killed the dude I was gonna kill. You know, since we have someone that's complaining about a fortune, I'm gonna try the prayer for him.
Pray for his life, or
Though his fortune.
to actually give him fortune?
Yeah. I'm gonna try it. And I got it.
Okay.
So,
Somebody
He gets a
realized-
reroll
Yep. Your next failed skill, you could choose the reload.
within
Reroll.
6 rounds.
Within 6 rounds.
Okay, the rat over
That's-
here striking
That's a
at
powerful
Ben.
spell. I love that. I mean, it's not like
That's
Oh, he has a
That's
better
a
one
good
that gives you a
spell.
fortune point back.
yeah.
that's a miracle I have
Yeah.
to do. Debating between 2 of them now.
Hit you by 2, Ben.
Ah,
See, there's no
Very-
limitations on how many times you can call it.
yes.
So
It's a temporary.
There's judgment involved with that. Usually the interpretation is if your
Me and
miracle
these two
doesn't
have
get
been
answered or
Striking
rejected,
blows
don't
for
just ask
the entire
again.
combat.
I understand that from a flavor perspective. That totally makes sense. There's nothing in the mechanics that says
I
otherwise.
absolutely agree.
Officially, the
There's no
mechanics,
mechanics
yes.
for that,
Once you have that
yes.
ability, you could conceivably just spend 10 minutes and recharge
Well,
everybody's
that
fortune.
one specifically, you can't apply it again until all fortune is depleted on that character.
Yeah, it's a
That's
temporary.
fine.
But
But for
yes,
those of us
true.
who only have one,
You know
Well,
what's
yes.
even worse? He gets 1 for fate.
Pullman.
There are 2 rats left.
No. Highest I get is a permanent fortune.
That's
Your turn.
oh shit,
That's
my
the
bad.
spell.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
step up and
I was
use
forgetting.
field dressing on the dog.
Okay. You want to heal him or stop his bleeding?
Just stop the bleeding.
Okay.
So skills, heal, staunch bleeding condition. There we go. Let's see. I got my apron on.
You give 6 bleeding conditions. It's off for that dog.
He actually heals what he
Okay.
went.
The skin thickens.
Oswald.
You just wait. I'm gonna be better than you.
So if I'm charging, it's got to be the
What,
closest.
really?
Once I get 30 more
Closest
points
square,
of
it's
intelligence,
Right. The idea is as straight of a line towards the enemy as possible.
Okay.
it's pretty close to our difference, by the way.
Really? That worked. Nope.
Technically, per the mechanics, as
That's
long
just
as you
the
can reach
intelligence,
the square,
the skill in it.
it's valid.
Okay.
So you could go around them if you want, but there's no flanking. There's only outnumbering.
Right. So
It
it's
might be
3 on 1.
25.
So
Mine's
Yeah, it's
forward.
3 on 2.
Oh, well, 30.
There's no
oh,
benefit.
3 on 2. So
There's no benefit.
no benefit. Gotcha. Okay.
That's what we were saying. It's like my skill and your skill combined, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no,
Well, I mean, I'm
Plus
pretty
20. Crap.
focused on.
So,
Yeah.
7 successfuls actually.
if you ever say your character's
Ooh,
not
right in the
useful,
Oh no, I will never say that.
Okay.
I used to think that a long time ago.
Alan.
but
I'm going to assume he's trying to channel.
Probably.
Henrik.
He's not.
Well, let's see if you can kill the critter real quick.
Yeah.
Well,
He's taking care of that critical from last session.
well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, he's still not. So, Heinrich, what are you doing?
Slicey. Good slicey.
Better slicey.
Oh my gosh! I cannot kill any of these with my sword.
Alan, what did you want to do?
Nothing. Just waiting for the fight to be over.
Okay. German.
Did you have any channeling banked?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No, he failed each time. He got his one good spell and he was done.
I mean, he killed three of them.
Three of
Like,
them. Yeah, oh yeah, good.
He's killed more than I have.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Bolts are good for goodish for
As
burns.
long as you can, hit them before the enemy aggro.
No, you're going for boars.
Did I click boars?
Yes.
I targeted you when I cast the spell because I was putting the condition on
Right-
you. So
right
it couldn't.
click
It automatically put an opposed text in there. That's what you were rolling
Opposed
for.
with the turn.
You just who cast magic?
There we go.
That's why you did that.
Okay. I'm not.
I even clicked on the rat.
I was important to that.
Yeah, you do a bunch of damage to his head. You take him out.
Slice his head off.
Okay. And that is going to end the combat. And quiet down. Okay. You managed to recover one of your lead bullets.
Awesome.
Does the
How many
dust
do I get?
seem like, because it looked like it was coming off from the rats when he fired on them? To me, Is
No,
it-
the dust seems to be being kicked up as they hit the ground.
Gotcha.
That's that thin layer.
The rats around you, they're laying there. I mean, there's a little cloud of dust and everything around the area. The fog that was previous has, for the most part, dissipated in this area. So there's no low-lying fog. There's still a breeze somewhat blowing out of the valley that you're heading upwind into.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
I think getting my barking bolts back.
Move directly for the path.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the thrown weapons, is thrown a skill or is it just ballistic skill?
It's
Yes.
a skill.
It's a skill, but you can also just use ballistic.
You can for it, and but you don't get any of the qualities for it now.
Right.
The qualities of the weapon
Right.
itself.
Anybody can throw something,
Mhm.
but if you have the skill, then you get the advantages of those weapons.
And you tend to get a minus 20.
I'm gonna check for what I assume to be a storm vermin for the halberd. See what quality the halberd is.
I'm gonna assume it's still.
You gotta stop doing that.
Okay.
Suddenly it mutates in the game and changes into something else.
Armored creature.
Careful.
Okay. And I appreciate where you're going. I understand what you're intended, but yes, the idea is, and given your character's background, I'm a little bit looser on it because you have some education as far as the Skaven. But yeah, don't necessarily make the assumption one way or the other.
Okay.
How far can I move forward, by the way?
You are free to
It's
move
fine
however
make
you
the
want.
assumption internally.
Yeah, just say it in terms of in character.
Purposely going directly past the water because I want to look and see if the rat's body is floating.
Okay, so the main thing you notice as you guys approach the pools,
Mhm.
and specifically take a look at the storm vermin, their halberd appears to be good quality, does not look Skaven made, and all of the bodies are covered with brightly colored brown and red mushrooms.
Not touching those.
I'm gonna take the halberd.
What the hell?
Pry it out of the hands.
I would.
Okay.
So fast.
Is everybody rolling up that fast? Okay.
Everybody's running across the area.
I'm
You said we could go where we want.
You're free to go wherever you want.
I'm gonna drive the spear
I'm going
into
over the side of
into
this
the
cliff
lower creature.
or drop off, basically,
Driving
then
it
heading to
effectively
the
trying to drive it into the ground.
I have no interest in
Sure,
going
that's
to
not a
any
problem. There's
long
another cloud of that
reads
dust in
chaos
the air.
Nope. I'm
Okay. But yeah, I'm replacing the spear I chased
I'm with
when
you.
we were with the
Yeah.
halberd.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a rag and put it over my face.
I've had one the whole time.
yeah.
The whole, as soon as I was like,
I'm ragging and just like put some water on it and cover my face to kind of.
From the pool?
I used alcohol.
I
was like, oh.
I have a mask.
I go ahead and grab my pistol and knife crossbow. Load my pistol. Put it back in the holster.
Sadly, they
did you
Load
see
my
someone else
crossbow
whisper?
and
I did not.
that was
Okay.
the most useful mask.
I'm purposely moving around the pool, not going through.
That's
like
fine. So
passing
you guys
them
are
around.
heading over for the stairs. You have a halberd. So keep in mind the halberd has a fairly significant amount of
Yeah.
bulk.
I believe it has the same bulk as the spear, but I'll check.
My guess is it
I got
does.
a question for Alan whenever he's done doing his thing. Whenever you're done.
It has a bulk of 3.
I told him in New York. Oh, he got left behind.
What?
A couple
Got
years.
behind.
I was busy doing something.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he stabs the spear through one of them, setting up another cloud of the dust, and then grabs the halberd and heads over with you guys. The bodies that fell are notably more covered with the mushrooms. The ones that fell first.
okay, so
I.e. the one that I
looking-
hit with.
And by the time you're done with what you're doing, the ones around there are growing mushrooms as well.
okay, when I look at the wound on the dog,
Maybe mad caps.
do I see any indication
Well, I
that
think it's
maybe mold spores got in there and are growing or anything like that?
It's covered with dust.
Okay, I'll
Pure
wash all the
goblins.
dust and shit off of
For
it as part of
Okay.
field dressing it.
Sure. I mean, you,
Because like I said, I use the poultice. and
yeah, you
everything,
use a
so-
poultice. I understand that aspect, and you wash the wound as best you can in the conditions you're in. The dust seems to be getting everywhere. I mean, you're looking at your pants and everything. You're coated in it.
All of us are
Can I
completely
use lore
coated. There's
magic?
no way to get
Can I
around.
make a lore magic check to determine if the
And he's even worse because he's slowed
mushroom?
around, four-legged.
They
furry.
certainly carry some magical
Low
qualities.
to the ground.
Boy.
Not furry.
You know, it's fun.
Yeah.
This,
He probably
this
doesn't
whole
have
area
that.
is magical.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
I don't
He
work
got smoke fungus.
What was your question?
Yeah. Hill.
This these giant statues. Is that anything you can identify?
Can I use lore magic on that?
Sure.
Because they don't look like rats, right? The
No.
giant. Yeah.
No.
So
I'm all for it.
They appear to be old interpretations of Nurgle.
I'm all for it.
Their interpretation.
That would probably be
the crow.
a
a
crow.
good idea when we're
Interpretation of
leaving,
That's nurgle.
so that when we
I was
get
thinking
He's
orc
referred
with the
to-
mushrooms.
He's referred to by
Matt,
as
do
the
what?
crow by people in
Like with the
North.
mushrooms.
And
That's what I was thinking.
he's their version.
I
of
was thinking
Sigmar.
that would probably be a good idea when we're leaving, so we
He's
can
there.
just leave
So he's
all
holy.
early.
He's evil.
Oh, he's
the-
evil.
He's an
Maybe.
evil.
So I'm
So why don't we
opposed
just
to from
destroy
the
the
north.
north?
So that's why my
No.
question was.
Why don't we destroy the statues?
I'm heading up.
I assume they're radiating magic like everything else.
So
No.
I was
Why
wondering
not?
about that, too.
I'm
why don't we
also
destroy the-
going
why don't
with
we
him
destroy
up
the
the path.
statues? Why would we let these effigies exist? Priest?
I
I don't think we have
Where?
enough explosives to destroy these.
we can destroy one.
And there are two of them. And they're
We all
radiating
hear you
magic.
praying.
They're radiating magic. This
So,
does do
you don't-
hard
Anybody who has lore skill,
Mhm.
give me a roll.
I have Lord Gods or whatever
What?
it's called.
You're so
That
annoying.
Ulrich.
That,
Do I
It's
have
the
to
one
make
god that gets
No,
out
you already rolled.
deal with it. All my blessings your utility.
More Reichland?
This
I don't
This,
care what lore it is.
Dust.
If you have lore, if it's gods related, then I'll give you a plus 20 on it. But
Ha ha! Made it by
I'll roll
zero.
my
But I made it with that plus 20.
Hey, same thing.
so he explains to you that these are effigies or statues of Nurgle, the god of pestilence, chaos god of pestilence.
Never heard of it.
Okay. You guys recognize that aspect, whatever he ends up saying. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the relationship about northern interpretation, etc. This is the chaos god of disease, pestilence, infection.
We expected this.
We should probably get these
Has
wounds
anybody looked at
treated.
the pool where the one jumped in?
I
Yes,
did.
he
I
did.
went specifically and looked at it.
There's no sign of it. It's just a murky water.
Okay.
Covered with a thin layer of the dust from the area.
That's insane. Bodies don't sink that fast. Something drug it
Well,
down.
unless there's. Well, look at they're all wearing armor and shit.
Is the
I
body?
don't care.
This is also.
That's
You want to
vulnerable.
reach in and check?
Hell
These
no.
are also. What if it's just incredibly acidic?
Who has a swim skill?
Nurgle would not dissolve it. Nurgle would
I
impregnate
hear
it.
halflings are best to go in.
I put them on a line, throw them in like fishing.
Dogs,
What if this?
dogs naturally know how to
is
swim.
not water?
So
Why
uh,
Now with armor and saddlebags
Why-
on.
Farmer got
all four
destroyed.
blowing up
so
on
as
the
wide
statue.
as
So
wide
why
as
don't we
you
do
said,
that when
the
we're
path is.
leaving?
The horse
May
is
not
all
come
that.
back.
Horse isn't going anywhere
We
on
may
the
not
path.
come back this way.
Now
So-
you can tie it
Well,
up
we have to
here.
come
You
back
can
down.
leave it hobbled, whatever you want. But yeah, it's literally
We have to come back down.
stone over stone,
They always
almost
said this
climbing
is
like a
down.
ladder
You're
for a
assuming we
3-foot
live.
section of stone.
Yes, assuming we
You guys are
I'm
aware
not.
of it, therefore you can sort of pick out the pattern and everything else. Otherwise, you wouldn't know it's there.
Water.
So
Water.
Physician. Is this
Water.
water?
I'd like to
Why don't we send?
Looks like
unload.
water.
Yeah, you're starting to climb up.
Why don't?
Looks like
I'm
really,
following
really
with you.
dirty water.
Why don't
Maybe
we
he's climbing
set
up
up
and
the
Is there a-
explosive,
is there a
and then
main
if
door?
we need to leave in
A
a hurry,
door? No, there's no doors.
Oh, is that okay?
It's just a
or
platform
like we're
in
about
front
to
of
die.
things.
That's just a platform. Okay.
Sean, I don't know if you can see where I'm clicking on the map. Try again. It's further away to the bottom by the path to the southeast or west.
To the southwest. Okay.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah.
I would like to unload the horse.
Okay. Leave the horse there.
Yep. And take my. So all this dust is in the air, right? And it's settling and everything. Let the horse go.
Release it.
Release the horse.
Okay.
Yep. I don't want to stay in this valley. I don't like that
the
idea.
explosives?
I unloaded them.
Oh.
You unload all the
Yep.
stuff, drop it on the ground, give the horse a smack. It happily goes tearing off out of the valley.
Yes.
Can I get some help with these?
So I will take my cloak that I have, and I'm gonna put it over top of the barrels as best I can. Try to make it so anything coming from over here, from that path,
Try to
doesn't
conceal.
necessarily see it.
Try to
But
conceal
I
them as
want
best
it.
you can.
Yeah, I want it as close to that cross,
That's a
just
good
in
idea.
case.
That's a good idea.
and then I will return to the path.
Is anybody assisting you with that, or are you doing that all on your own?
I'd like him to assist because I want him to be able to know where they're at as well.
Okay, so the two of you are working on that. You've tended to your dog and then hurried to catch up. The two of you were climbing up. What were you doing?
We're just scouting up ahead.
Down the path?
I'm gonna climb up.
Oh, okay, you're going with them.
Flaming
Okay.
arrows.
So the three of you climb up. After 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so, you have a blanket or a tarp or whatever it is you have over it,
Can
over the bombs.
Can I use some of my outdoor survival skill to attempt to camouflage it better?
Sure, I'm assuming you did so. You're not going to make a roll currently until somebody attempts to discover it, and then we'll figure it out then. Okay.
That makes sense.
You throw a bunch of dust on it. You try to make it as concealed as possible, and it's just a matter of how perceptive they are at the time when they come up there.
Would it be better to use a cloak or a blanket?
You tell me.
I already put my cloak on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that.
Yes.
Oh, which one do you want?
That's what I would have said.
Which one do you want to be
Yes.
covered in mushrooms when we get back?
What I love is we've been doing this for years now, and we still, all of us collectively, ask dumb fucking
same
questions
question?
like that.
I'm used to answering the same question, so
It's the same thing with every other role-playing.
almost all the groups
game
give,
that I've seen.
almost all the groups give me plenty of time to exercise my dad jokes.
And that's
welcome.
the point is, as you grow though, you don't ask questions. You just make a decision to do that's why I love what you
Sure.
do
Have you-
the most. Make a decision, do it, you live with it.
Have you ever
Move on.
watched any of the YouTube D&D like campaigns, like Critical Role or anything? like that?
I've been watching a lot of those recently.
Do you notice that the way those players play, they don't ask questions about, can I do this, can I do that? They just say, I'm going to go do this.
Yeah.
And then let the GM do the interpretation.
Yep.
The thing is, I don't know all the mechanics of that.
That's not the
Okay.
point.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Rule number one I give to every new player: don't think about mechanics. Think about your character and tell me what you would do in that situation. I'll figure out whether and how you would do it.
And accept it. Don't go,
Yeah.
well, but no.
Right. Don't meta game and try to get the most advantage. Just play the story as if you're in that situation.
I'm gonna jump this creek.
Yeah.
Yep. You are head first in the creek. Okay. You are sinking quickly.
How much do you weigh? Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Right.
Do you have swim skill? Not any character until this one.
Okay, so anyway, you guys conceal the bombs under a cloak and blanket or whatnot. Toss a bunch of dust on it. Meanwhile, he catches up with a bandaged dog. You three have already climbed a significant distance. I would say you're maybe 50 yards or so up the cliffside, where it reaches the top and then levels off on a plateau type area. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to wait for the group? There's a narrow path that leads into the mountains from there.
I continue following it.
Okay, you just go on. You can hear at the peak, the sounds of combat are much more distinct.
Okay.
Okay. So they disappear down the path. What are the three of you going to do?
I'm gonna assist
I'm
him and his
assuming you guys
dog
do as well.
because obviously these are big
Workers,
steps
scout.
in climbing.
They're big steps. The dog, I'm going to assume, that given its rat catching tendencies and training and everything, it can do it. I mean, it's not the most enjoyable thing for it, but it's not a ladder per se. It's just
Okay.
steep stairs.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it can climb it.
Yeah.
So
All right. If he's gonna
Yeah.
have trouble, I'll help him.
I'll be
But
quiet
other
with
than that,
He may have some difficulties given that broken arm.
Yeah, I was asking him to help me.
Are you helping him?
No.
Or are you saying you're on your own? Okay.
I say no.
Okay.
What does he ask?
I'll help you.
Dick.
Climbing the steep stairs with one arm.
Hey, well,
Because you're going. I mean, admittedly, you're climbing. After the first couple of steps, you're basically going hand in hand up it.
hey,
So you have to have some way to
can
brace
you help
yourself.
me with this big cut on my leg?
Okay. Now you definitely will not be able to do it with a halberd.
I would think the halberd would help.
Not climbing. If that's the only brace he has,
One hand.
Then I'll
one-handed.
Oh, one hand. Yeah, okay.
I'll leave the halberd down below. I forgot I don't have a sheath for it.
There is no sheaths for halberds.
Yeah, they,
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
pressure.
They're 8 to 10 feet long. There are no
That's
sheaths.
and if they're yeah, they don't even go across your back. Typically,
Should
you
we
lay
go
it down.
into the
For you
inlet
little
a little
people.
bit to work it?
I'm 6'2" and
Tiny.
Only the halflings have sheaths.
Right.
Are
It's
you
their
the guy with the
body.
hat?
Chunk.
Yeah.
I'll leave the halberd down below.
I think I'm actually the only
Whenever
person with
combat
a hat.
starts, I'm just gonna drop the halberd.
That's fine. Okay.
At the bottom, before I go up, he's asked me to do a dressing on him to.
On my
Okay.
leg.
So you guys going to
On
delay
my
it a little bit
leg.
further? Okay. So you guys go ahead and deal with that while you drop the thing, and you're going to take a little longer to climb
I
up
would
anyway.
help him. Yeah.
You're okay. Andy will help you up.
Okay.
So the two of you are at the top first.
Okay.
So you guys said you wanted to move on.
Yep.
Okay.
We're being stealthy.
So you're the only.
I'm being
You're
stealthy.
being stealthy.
you go.
I am attempting to stealth with.
I'm fully.
Okay, your guys' intent after you finish your miscellaneous tasks is to catch up. Correct.
can you use
This
the
is
healing
so
bolt,
weird.
Chris?
Playing the elephant and playing this.
You're totally dragged, Steve.
You only go extremes.
Probably
Troll hunt, troll killer,
Elf.
troll slayer, to elf to this.
to troll slayer. Yeah,
You're not a dwarven iron breaker with the amazing stealth, okay?
Okay,
true.
so
I'm not that bad.
several things as you go up
Go straight.
and through the paths that you notice. First off, you can see the valley somewhat below and the path, and it looks like this path that you're taking makes a significant shortcut through the valley itself. Okay, where the valley might be another couple of minutes or so before it gets to the main area. This sort of bypasses a lot of that.
Oh,
Okay, because you're going over the peaks or through this path
so it's
rather
not
than
to a
through the
plateau
valley.
where you oversee it. Literally goes right to it. Like, hey, there.
Well,
it
no,
is.
it's still overseeing it, but it's through a separate path that where the valley below sort of meanders around through the hills. Yours just goes straight through,
Gotcha.
where they eventually circle back to roughly where you're at.
Awesome.
Okay,
We're just more vertical.
you're much higher than the valley itself. Okay, the sounds of combat and screeching and so forth get significantly louder as you go into this little path and move forward. After a few minutes, you reach the other end, and it opens up into a massive open clearing area surrounded by peaks on all sides. Above, the storm clouds still roil and thunder without any rain or any other indications, just flashes of lightning here and there. Sort of a dry thunderstorm. In the center of the field is a massive citadel constructed of what appears to be stone. Okay, walls 80 feet tall, topped with spires and crenellations and whatnot, and covered with corrosion, vines, growth, something along that in the dim light of the storm gives it almost a brass-like quality. Okay, in at least one section on the side, there's what looks like a large black mark, similar to what you've seen with the dwarf when he would throw his grenades, the
Oh,
remnant.
yeah.
Okay, about 2/3 of the way up the wall. Doesn't look like it had any actual damage to the wall, but there's a large mark or scar there where it has been discolored. Down below in the field, more numerous than you can count, you see rat men by the thousands pouring across the field in, initially it seems like just a chaotic mass, sort of like a group of like viewing an army ant carpet, but you realize fairly quickly they're moving in organized formations and approaching the castle, attacking the castle, etc. You see groups of rat ogres scattered around. You see near the ramp that leads up towards the main gates, there's a large mechanical wheel sort of thing spinning and rolling through the crowd heading towards the gates, etc. Okay. While you're taking all that in, there's no sign of anything other than the Skaven. They're shooting slings, they're shooting arrows, they're throwing whatever they can at the walls, and for the most part, I mean, they're only going 30, 40, 50 feet up or so and bouncing off completely harmlessly. You see quite a few of the rats are actually climbing the walls themselves, trying to scale the walls, and maybe a third of the way up, they seem to fall off. In general, some get a little higher, some don't quite get so high, but there's no force that you're seeing that's making them fall. They're just not making it. Okay.
Nobles rat.
Down below, you hear the sounds of Skaven much closer outside of the overall fight, and you hear what it sounds like argumentative voices in their language, if you care about that. The other thing of note, where you're at is a small ledge that's overlooking this overall thing. There is, off to the side, a mound of what looks like fresh mushrooms and growth, maybe 6 feet long.
So it's probably a dead body.
Wait, so we're up here.
No, you're still down there.
Oh, I thought we all.
You guys haven't caught up yet.
Okay.
Give them a minute or two before you catch up, and then you can certainly ask.
You're going to scout the argument, right, to see if any of them have the crown.
Sure.
I want to see if that mound of mushrooms are like the rats that we killed. See if it's a
Oh,
dead
so you can
body.
poke something at the same time?
Oh, I'm not going to go poke it. I'm just going to look at it and see if it's one of the, because they sent scouts and the last scouts didn't return.
Okay.
I assume this is the scouts.
Okay.
But I'm going to low and sneak over to the mound of mushrooms. It's approximately 6 foot, assuming it's dead humans. I just want to confirm.
Okay. You take a look at it. Yeah, within the growth, there's the remnants of a skeleton. Seems to be wearing a Kartsberger uniform.
Okay.
There is a familiar 3-edged hole in the back of the neck.
I spin around.
And the body is laying there. There's a saddlebag pouch on the ground, and the arm outstretched holding what looks like a spyglass.
Is the spyglass covered with mushrooms and stuff too?
There's dust on it, but no, the growth is all on where the body was.
Okay, I'll take the
That's fine.
spyglass, and if there's anything
That's
that's a remarkable, like army have dog tags. Is there anything like that?
Nothing specific. I mean, you could take an insignia or whatever, easy enough.
I
You
will
got
try
cut it
to
off, but
without getting myself into the mushrooms
do
too
you have
much.
a knife or a dagger or
I
something?
do. I have a dagger.
Okay. So yeah, you slice off a piece of the cloth or whatever with the insignia.
And then I will take the spyglass. Is that the only thing in the bag?
Pouch has some rations, but they're all spoiled and rotten at this point.
Yeah.
They're flavored.
Mushrooms. Yeah, umami.
Other than that, no, it doesn't have any other supplies other than that.
And I'll wait for his return to either consciousness or just return.
Are you unconscious?
Oh, how close are they? Like,
It sounds like they're very close, like just around the corner or just off the ledge.
Oh, I'm totally gonna pray that. I was kind of in interpretation like they were down the cliff, going quite far. and
No.
figured
I
out
mean,
what to say.
you're looking out across this vast field, this huge army filling most of it. For the most part, they could care less about a couple guys up on a ledge. However, immediately off the ledge below you, you hear shouting voices in anger and argument in the language.
okay. So ledge, mound, voices.
The mound is on the ledge, sure.
Yes. The
Yeah.
mound is here.
Yeah.
Voices.
Yeah.
The mound's just a dead body.
Yes.
Brett,
Dead bodies.
Okay.
Delicious.
I got pray.
Okay.
In the heap, I cannot
And
help it. All I hear.
And this cat
Did
gives
you
you
pray
all
today?
just sight or
Gives
all
me
senses.
all the functions of a basic cat, but
Okay.
cannot be harmed.
Okay, so your cat appears down below. You see nearby a group of a dozen or more Skaven, all dressed similar to what you were fighting previously. There is a single one in heavier armor in front that seem to be trying to give them instructions or orders or whatever, and the bulk of the group is arguing and refusing. You don't understand their language, but the impression. Give me an intuition roll. Let's see how much.
I was waiting for that on my side.
We haven't.
I was gonna let him get down.
We haven't. Give me all the info. We haven't used that skill in a long time.
We use that.
I put so many ranks into that with my elf,
Is
and then I
this
was like,
Holy
I
ground.
never use it.
A lot of skills we
I've
don't
done
use.
mass.
Oh, I rolled good.
Okay, so
Damn.
you interpret with your intuition the central guy is trying to convince the others to join the fight, and they're either scared, stubborn, or otherwise refusing to go. Okay, all of them look emaciated, similar to the ones you fought previously. And the one in the center with heavier armor, better weapons, etc., is yelling at them. At one point, he seems to lose his cool and smacks one of them across the head. Okay, doing physical damage, causing some blood and so forth. The rest of them all look at him. Initially, they react in fear, and then after a moment, you see a change in their demeanor, and almost as one, they leap on the central one and rip him to complete shreds. Within a moment, he's dead, and they're all sitting there eating parts of his body.
That's typical game.
Yeah.
As they finish and satiate that, several of them start looking up towards the fight, talk amongst themselves, and then they start skulking away back down the entrance to the valley.
So not up towards us.
No, not towards you. They don't seem to be aware of your presence.
Does any of them have a crown?
No.
Okay.
None of them seem to have a crown.
Darn.
So around about this time, the rest of the group manages to catch up.
What's going on?
I'm guarding his body then this whole
Okay,
time.
that's fine.
And I'm scared to death there's one of those assassins up here or something.
I
You hear movement in the path behind you.
I would literally like, all right.
I immediately. How's it going?
What's up with him?
He's scared. He's scared.
Okay. So you guys pretty much see the same scene. Okay.
I'm in that, man.
There is smoke billowing from near the top of the castle, the walls. You can't see much inside other than there's another central large building that sort of stretches up above the tall walls. All of this in the distance. Okay. There is a heavy smoke coming up and out of it, brownish in color, just sort of a continuous billowing smog just going up into the clouds above you. As you're watching, all of a sudden there is the sky above turns bright green, and a line of light appears coming from the east and strikes the wall itself. There's a large explosion, and wagon-sized chunks of rock are blasted from the wall, leaving an actual scar in what looks like a 20-foot thick stone wall. Okay, it hits near the top. There's an explosion, it leaves scars similar to what you saw previously, and large chunks of this stone get blasted from the wall, falling down, killing dozens, if not hundreds, of the rats down below it. Okay, there's various screeches and screams and so forth amongst the horde as they all surge forward towards the castle, renewed in energy. Immediately following, several things happen. First, the 30 to 40 foot tall gate in the front of the place, you hear a loud creaking sound and they start to open. Okay. In the cloud through this scar in the wall, you see something briefly put its hand in the scar, as if it's sort of resting on it, and then pull back and just sort of disappear into the smoke. Okay. The doors swing open, and you hear this rhythmic marching sound of metal on stone, and you see a line of 12-foot tall armored ogres, for lack of a better description, it looks like, start marching out, double file, out of the tower. The rats see the doors open, screech with excitement. The wheel goes straight towards them, and as it does so, a couple of swipes from their battle axes, the wheel's destroyed.
Oh, thank God.
Rats are being taken out by the dozen with each swing. Okay? A good 20 seconds or so after the bright light, you hear a very distant boom of some sort of explosion, maybe a cannon, something like
Does
that.
it since we heard the cannon at the picket line, does it sound similar to that?
They just said it sounds like a cannon.
Sounds sort of like a
Similar.
cannon.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, was there, when the sky lit
Dwarf
up,
move.
was there one specific one part of the army that lit up with it?
No.
With magic?
No.
Is there a
Like,
command
I
element?
can't see the source of the magic.
From the east.
Other than that bright line that came from far to the east? No.
Oh,
Yeah, he's currently dozen bits down there.
Okay.
No, I think that was
Each of
different.
you give me a perception roll.
Yeah. The crown is what we're looking
Right. Yeah. You. There's been no sign of the crown per se.
I still think I'm right with my original thought.
is this any test to detect the winds of magic?
That we're going to see the crown of the swarm of massive rats.
Is
Oh my
it a-
God!
Is it, is it a hearing check?
No.
It's just sitting on the ledge with us.
Is it involving shadow?
Male coif.
It is not involving
Yeah.
shadowing.
Is it
It,
a-
it
Mine's a
works
minus
if someone's
20.
shadowing us.
Holy
Yeah,
crap!
that's bad.
I would have made it if I
Is
wouldn't
it
have had that
low
male
light
coif.
condition?
It's a what?
Is it in low light conditions?
No.
Finally, you made it.
I know. I'm wrong good today.
Okay.
It's weird not. I mean, the elf,
Um,
I had an 83 skill, I think, with the elf.
on the other side of the valley,
Mhm.
on a different peak, there you spot. You can't really see it because it's really far away. There appears to be a small crowd of people on another ledge on the other side of the valley.
Spyglass me.
Not involved in the fight, not doing anything.
Back.
Yeah, I'm bad.
But by the way, when you come back and you come back to consciousness, I'm crouched almost in your lap with my shield behind your back, and your head's about right here.
It just whispers.
He says,
I would have, as you come back, I'm like, all right, good, you're back. It's the only way I can make sure nothing snuck up on you.
You suddenly hear careless whispering.
No, it's a matter. All I can think of is if I, no matter where I stood, they could get to him. The only way I could protect me was by
"Welcome back,
being
sweet child."
literally
That's what
threatened. I was like, they're one of those stupid Skaven assassins up here somewhere. Is what I would have told you when you came back.
Seriously?
Yeah. Tri-blade dagger killed that guy over there, and I hand you the spyglass.
I like to try the spyglass.
Okay. So you using the spyglass, you can see it much clearer. It appears to be perhaps a dozen Skaven dressed in dark green robes. Fairly, from the look of their gear and their outfits, they look fairly high end, more senior. They have several of the armored Skaven nearby as guards. They are all actively looking through strange contraptions with lots of lenses and things like that, all sort of curiously peering at the battle or the castle. Some of them even seem to be taking notes and so forth. Okay. As the knights or the soldiers come out of the castle, the Skaven, their initial excitement of the doors are open, rapidly turns to the doors are open.
Nice.
And almost like a shockwave, you sense a field of panic sort of spread out through the whole
I'm
thing.
worried about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
as the chaos guys are just creaming them left and right, some sort of large tentacle reaches out through the gate and scoops up 100 rats all at once. Clouds of grayish brown smoke starts issuing forth through the place, spreading out across the valley, and all the rats go from "we can do this" to "oh my god, we're all going to die," almost in the space of an instant. As they do, they start breaking into various groups, and you spot various holes around the perimeter, similar to the one you guys encountered earlier, that the various groups start heading towards. Many of them don't make it. The other ones seem to be in almost a fanatical fright at this point, trying to get to cover. Quite a few of them head into the pass, pursued by these knights.
We are not going back there for a while.
I'm not bringing those guys in here. You
Okay.
No, we told the dwarves that if you hear the horn, be ready for a fight.
Now, as they start heading back in your direction, their attention shifts from the castle to escape, and more than a few you see looking up in your direction and spotting you guys.
Hopefully they're in fanatical escape mode and want to get the hell out of Dodge and not worry about it.
Sure.
Can I make a lore magic check to determine
There's
what
a bad
might
We,
be outside?
we can't outrun these things.
What
We
might be
can't.
inside killing everything?
You have no idea. You're welcome to conjecture
Good thing we
whatever
have
you
our own
want.
escape
Okay.
hole.
Where are the bombs?
They're back down
They're back at the path, right?
right next to the
Right.
path.
Can we oversee where the bombs are?
No,
No, the bombs
Not
are far
currently.
back.
They're expertly
yeah,
hidden.
several minutes back. It'll take a few more minutes for the rats to reach that location. You have a bit of a head start given the shortcut.
Did
Yeah.
you relay the information about the guys on the cliff?
Oh yeah, they have noble rats.
What kind?
I mean, they're dressed in like robes, green lenses, stuff like that.
Right.
You can look at it.
Yeah, I'll be
I'll
honest.
grab the spyglass and take a look.
Okay. Looks
I saw,
like
I saw heading down the
looks
path.
like a team
Yeah.
of engineers.
Yeah, they're engineers. Is there one in particular that's looks like the leader of the?
Fancy name for them.
Sure, there's quite a few. I mean,
Approxi-
all of them look to be
Yeah.
senior engineers.
Okay.
Approximately.
They appear to be studying
Or- well, I
the
probably
battle.
can't count that
At this
many.
point, they look like they're packing up and leaving,
Yeah.
but with no real sense of urgency.
Typical
A
senior
couple of them
Yeah.
Not actually
seem to be looking back at you and are aware of your presence as well.
They know of us.
Like I said, I'm already going down
I
the path.
probably
Yeah,
can't
we're here.
can't count this fast, but how
Oh,
many
maybe
are
back,
heading
yeah.
through the
Spyglass.
valley?
Through the valley,
That
several dozen at least.
doesn't?
Here's
Followed by the
yeah.
entire
Spyglass.
troop of
Got it.
Oh yeah.
behemoths.
Not the
right?
entire, but some.
Not the entire. There's a significant number. Most of the infantry have sort of spread out, and like I said, they're cleaving through the rats
Yeah.
left and right. The ones that are trying to run past them, etc. They don't seem to be moving nearly as fast as the rats do, but between their extreme reach and the fact that the rats seem very confused at this point, they're killing dozens of them.
Back to the
Run.
The casualties are massive as far as escaping. As you guys start to leave, you hear new noises coming from the castle. The gates are wide open at this point, and you see other knights now riding, what looks like the closest would be boars with large tusks surrounding their head, come tromping out. Not moving super fast, but certainly faster than a lot of the rats could run.
Have the Skaven taken down any of them?
No.
We should.
Skaven haven't
This
made a
is
dent on any.
This
of
is
should
so
stay here.
convenient that we got here right when this happened.
Defend the
Well,
path.
it's that,
so
and I mean, we went past their hole. That's where they're probably going to run to if they're running fanatically. And the
Except-
Chaos dudes maybe don't know we're here, and they're big, and there's a narrow path.
The engineers know we're here though.
But I don't care
We
about
don't
any.
know.
The only thing I care
Run.
about is, do we really think we can get down this path, which is a bitch to climb, and back out to where the hole is before those rats at top speed catch us,
No.
or
We
the
can-
mounted things at top speed catch? No.
No.
So our only choice is to stay where we are.
Right. Defend this pass.
That's it.
How many horses can get into the pass?
Not
The Tiger Parkwood Pass.
Well, the path was about 20 or 30 yards wide, so lots.
Then the
Now you like I said, if you depending on your speed and if you have any other hazards or whatever, you can get back down to at least the shrine. You would estimate probably a minute or two ahead of the swarm. Okay, staying here, you're correct. The knights haven't spotted you yet, but it's not really a concealed position either, unless all of you are particularly stealthy, and I know you're not.
we need to issue a warning somehow to the.
Oh, I'm not blowing the horn and drawing attention to us either.
They're noise. It's a big valley, and they have people
Okay.
on guard.
Then
They'll
let's
see 'em.
run. Let's get back down you said you put the bombs up against the wall of rock, right?
Yeah, closer to the
Okay.
path.
They were here.
As soon as we,
From
I can't see it. Where?
Right here.
yeah, about there.
It's because it's
Yep, I wanted to be a surprise for them to.
Oh, you
Not
didn't
there.
put it on the other side of it, on the inside.
There, where the horse is where the bombs are.
Yeah, when they walk through
So-
it and that goes.
Well, my point is I don't know how long it would take for us to just move the bombs to here, let's say, or here, blow those damn things up. I don't care if they're before the rats even get there. Blow that up to hopefully cause a avalanche type thing to block the path. Rats will climb right over it, but
Well, you did say that. Wait, how many sets of those bombs did
You
you
know
get?
what?
There's 8 total. Four sets of bombs.
Oh, was there?
There's a total of 8 bombs.
See,
There's 2 of them in pairs of 2 that were tied together.
Okay.
really the place where we need to set that bomb isn't there anyway. There's a narrower position
Yeah, up here.
right here.
Where?
Right,
Up top,
yeah, where
Where
we
you
tried
stopped
the
before.
horror ground before you charged.
which was the nearest part where it was. So,
So
you're strong.
If
I'm
we're worried
okay
about the
strong.
Chaos Knights, then perhaps we bring down the statues
You
to
just.
defile their shrine.
So they're angry at us.
Yeah,
I'm all for bringing down the shrine, but right now I want to protect the people that are at the base of this pass.
I agree.
Horrible deaths.
yes, we are.
I
So, anyways,
didn't say us. I said
let's
them.
go. We need to move the bombs to the narrow
Yeah.
portion and blow it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll.
Okay.
We're gonna try to.
You guys hasten back to the shrine. Not much difficulty getting back there. It's a short path. Like I said, you think you have about 2 minutes to do whatever.
I'm retreating
Can't-
now.
So, you guys get going.
Yeah.
You got short legs. You guys get going.
You and I are gonna move the bombs.
Yeah. The,
Three of us.
Yeah, three of
the
us.
3 of us move the
Yeah,
bombs,
very quickly.
Okay.
After you
Um,
explode it.
Should,
and then
Side note, do you want the spyglass back?
No.
Got
do
it.
you want me to stay to light it?
You notice a ring of mushrooms.
I got the
around
most-
that.
so
He can light it.
yes, I can
Right
light
here.
it. So
From
the spy.
guns only
So
like
the
20 yards.
I'll take the spyglass.
yes, I can
I know
fire
the
at long
price of
range,
it.
and
I know.
the stationary turret.
We're not trying to kill rats.
Yes,
know.
we're trying to collapse.
Because it's spyglass, like, man, that dude.
Quick question. The valley, you said swerves.
Yeah, I give you the patch.
So
by
the
way.
path leading
Well,
further
no,
in from
oh,
the
scale.
shrine, approximately how far does that go until it curves? Like, would we be able to see them from 100 yards away if
Sure.
from this before it curved?
Sure.
If they were turning the corner?
Sure. You want to be 100 yards away? You can do that.
Oh, I want to be further away. I want this to explode as soon as possible.
Yes,
so
but I'm saying
we're
like
putting
if,
them right here, Matt.
We're at.
Right here.
I
The-
can't see. Yes.
So the thinnest
Yes.
part. Okay.
but I'm mainly just trying to see like if I'm like here in front of this middle one,
I'm just going with that.
can I see
Yeah, I'm going
a
with that.
good
They're forgetting
distance
the overall
until the
idea
next
when they
curve,
light it,
like
possibly
a
just blows up
couple,
on top.
like
We're not.
300 yards,
Okay.
500 yards?
300.
300?
Like if I'm
No,
seeing,
I
if I'm
would say your
standing here-
maximum. I would say your maximum visibility before
Why do you
before the
care?
curve takes you out of
So
view
I-
is about 150 yards.
so I can see them because I'm assuming this is going to take us a minute to.
We don't
move the
care.
bombs.
We don't care where they are. We're
Right.
gonna do
We're not
this.
worried about
We're-
them.
We're
because
running
we wanna
away.
get-
You're gonna shoot it.
We're
We
gonna
don't
get
care
to
where
the
they are.
wall.
Okay,
That's
so
where we
you
want.
direct the three of them and the dog.
Go.
Just start going because they view you guys as the slowest and weakest. The other 3 of you
Thank you.
grab the bundles and drag them quickly
Oh, no.
over to the other side. Okay. Once you have them placed where the horse is approximately, what's your intent? Set them off immediately and then run?
Yes, but I'm gonna step back as far as I think is safe. He's gonna be. He's gonna shoot.
He's gonna shoot him.
over.
We're not lighting it. We're
he-
shooting him.
Okay,
Right.
you're going to
He's-
shoot him at range to explode him.
He's
out.
gonna shoot over me, holding the shield
Okay,
in
and
front
your
of both
intent
of
is
us.
to try to collapse some of the valley to maybe
Right.
slow them down.
Okay.
Or to stop the bigger ones from coming
Okay, so-
through. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Probably
We're going
not.
to go 40 yards because that's the maximum of the first range increment for -10.
For short range,
For long range.
40 yards is long range.
For the pistol.
Oh, okay.
That
Pistol,
doesn't
yeah,
surprise me.
that I can understand.
Long range -10, 40 yards is the highest that can go.
Okay. So that's fine. You guys go 40 yards or so. You get your pistol loaded up. You got the guns loaded there. By the time you move the explosives, given their weight and everything else, you get them set up.
That's where you are.
Does any of you have any engineering skill? or something like that
Yeah.
that might give you some hint as to where to put the bombs.
I
or
have a
biggest
black
effect.
powder skill.
No.
You just cram them up against.
Which is fine. I'm good with that.
The dwarf had those.
I'm trying to figure out if you guys. You've had a couple of characters
check.
with
There's a
engineering. I
couple
want to
that
make sure
I
that
don't.
if you had those skills, we took it into consideration. If you don't, it'll still go boom.
Yep, we already figured out there's nobody in this group that has any
Nope.
of those skills.
Okay. So you pile up the things next to
Outdoor
the wall
survival?
and say, "Yep, that looks explosive-y."
Yes.
And the only skill that I would say might apply is outdoor survival with the idea of avalanche risk.
Yeah, no.
But no.
Okay, so you guys back up. By the time you're getting set up and ready for your shot, you can see on the southern end of the map around it, the first signs of Skaven come running around the wall. Okay, they're headed in there. So go ahead and give me a shot. Let's see if your gun misfires.
Would I?
Oh, yes.
No.
Let's do this. And you just use your reroll, right? Perfect.
Yeah, I don't
Let's do it.
rerolls.
All
I
things
don't have
great.
any rerolls.
And he and I are doing a wall shield in front of him.
Dude,
He's
cannot-
firing over our shoulder.
Now this would
Okay,
be
so
the
he
best.
braces the gun on your shoulder when he
This
pulls
would
the
be the
trigger?
best.
We're on our shield, but we're going to be like the
You
wall.
guys are all right there when it blows
Yep.
up.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
40 yards away.
No, when the gun blows up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Right next to the side of my head.
So I'm going to aim.
And the three of you make it back to town. The rest are never seen again.
So
The dog brings it
They
to
just
me.
remind me of the warrior. The Skaven are running in panic, and they just find it just a
so I'm
For
going to
glory, my
I'm going
friend.
to aim
I just
to
find
get
a
me a
giant
plus
pile of
20.
mushrooms.
All I need to know is whether or not you fumble if your gun explodes.
So German and I
We're
finally
okay.
perfected our secret handshake. And right before we're like
boys.
bumping shields.
It's
and ready to
unlikely,
go right
and
before we
yet-
die.
Do you both have large shields?
If it's
Yes.
going to
Yes.
happen,
Oh my
in the
god.
Valley of Chaos is when it's going to happen.
Okay.
good
So I'm
stuff.
rolling.
Yeah, it's a fumble.
Jesus.
Holy
I'm,
shit.
no,
Is it
no,
really?
I'm, no.
got a 96.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that?
I would
Work.
be so happy.
You take the. That would have been epic. You take the first shot. Strikes one of the barrels. Breaks some of the wood, but does not explode the barrels.
Reload, fire again.
Okay. You think you have 10 rounds before the rats are on top of the thing. So how long does it take you to
Oh,
reload?
we're not there.
It's reload.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
reload one.
fantastic.
And I
We're
roll.
chilling on our way
Wait,
back.
roll to reload?
Shit,
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
running as
man.
fast as we can.
Okay, I'm hobbling on my way back.
Yeah? You're charging the bombs?
You're
He said
leaving
he's
the
leaving.
map or charging the bomb?
He said he's leaving. Leaving the map.
He's charging forward with a match.
Oh.
Okay.
You
So
rolled a 94.
he attempts to reload unsuccessfully as Matt grabs a match and starts moving forward. Go ahead.
2 rounds.
It's too bad he lit it before he said
Holy
what I said.
crap!
Apparently he keeps dropping the gunpowder. That's 2 rounds or 3 rounds.
It's gonna be fantastic. He's gonna hit it right when Matt gets up there.
Blow him back, I catch him.
Okay.
Okay.
Reload.
You have reloaded as Matt reaches the bombs. Okay. He strikes the match, and
As soon as his first shot fails,
you took off.
I took off with the match. In
Right.
3 rounds, I should have it lit.
In 3 rounds, you reach the bombs.
Sorry.
You're striking the match as he finally figures out how to load the pistol.
I don't care.
Because he's fumbling the powder, he dropped a bullet. He's stressed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carbine.
So the rats have covered about 30 to 40% of the distance towards you from the southern side.
Okay.
There looks to be maybe 30
Okay.
ish. You don't see any current signs of the Chaos Warriors at this point. So you have the match. You said you're just going to strike it.
I like the longest wick.
Okay, give me a survival roll.
Real good thing we got these bombs.
This is survival for the match? Damn it.
I'll give you you can use the basic bonuses, but
Not going to do it with that.
okay.
He's targeting the horse. I love it.
Did you want to shoot?
No.
Okay.
I was so worried.
I thought you said specifically with the match you didn't need a outdoor
In
survival check.
a normal situation, absolutely.
That would be a cool test or something, then, wouldn't it?
Either way, fail.
I'm fine with that.
I
I
should've
mean,
used-
and again, plus 40 because you got a match. If you had a flint and steel and everything, it'd obviously be a lot harder because you have to actually strike it up. But in the current
Yes,
stressful situation,
What
this
did I
is
roll?
by no
90?
means the same as
Yeah,
light a
94.
campfire at night with a match.
What's your cool with plus 40?
91.
Ah.
Okay.
So next round.
Sure.
You got it.
Yeah, not a problem.
Take
Second round, you get the light and it starts sparking and so forth.
Hey!
Now, what did we say the time frame for the bomb
You
was?
said 1 to 5 rounds.
Maybe 5 seconds.
0
Because I
to
said
5
I said to the guy 5 seconds,
Yeah, he
and
didn't
he
know.
went,
I
yeah.
thought it was 0 to
5, you said 5 rounds, not 5
Yeah,
seconds.
because I remember it being a death sentence for anybody who lit it.
0 to 5 rounds
Yeah.
is what you had said.
I remember 0 to 3.
Oh, I remember 0 to 5, but hey.
Consensus says
0 to 3. Let's go.
I'm pretty certain I said something along the lines of 0 to 5 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember seconds. 'Cause I remember
the
specifically.
intent was either 1 round or 2 rounds type thing, as
Okay.
far as the explosion.
I
Yeah.
very specifically thought it was like.
no, I
rounds.
fucking matter.
Well,
Sure
okay,
would.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how far away you are.
Right.
I mean,
And it's-
the dwarf was a little bit insane, so he just likes to blow things up.
the
But
dwarf-
0 to
the dwarf-
5
The dwarf's just
is-
space taken.
How much explosives in real life have you played with?
A ton.
Right. I've been around a lot of fucking explosions in real
My
life.
whole job is explosions. So,
So-
So the minute
for
He's
6
dead.
years.
In fact, they probably all would
maybe,
be.
maybe the minute
he
he
survived in the mine once already. He's used to it.
right,
It's also shoddy.
the minute he
He's experienced.
Yeah.
lights it,
Yeah.
I turn to him and say run.
Yeah.
And I
Zero. I'm good with 0 to 5.
Yep.
So grab a d6, subtract 1.
We're just rolling.
We're doing physical dice.
Roll a d10. Or, whoops.
No, d6, 0 to 5.
1.
2. Okay.
I got a 2, so it's 1 round.
Okay. So you light it and you take off as you realize that slow burn wick apparently has gotten particularly dry or whatever because it sparks and smoke goes everywhere and that wick goes zip right out of line.
Oh, shoot the wick!
no, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use my reroll. Oh, I don't have it anymore.
You guys take off. What's your range? Or what's your speed of it?
I have a 4.
4. Okay. So you take off. There is a resounding boom behind you.
Okay.
Followed by the sound of shrapnel, broken things, and so forth as the cliff face somewhat gives in.
Don't look at the
I
explosion.
thought about doing it.
Don't look at the explosion.
I'm going to run for 5 seconds and then
Slow.
jump.
Slow.
Toss the shield on your back. Toss the shield on your back.
The shield's already on my back, technically. I'm not holding the
Reality
shield while I'm
launched
trying to
next
wait.
200
That's
yards.
right. You go flying, you pass.
No.
And
He goes, oh.
I'm assuming my match I had to have a striker, so my shield is not on. It's on my back.
yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so you. That's
Okay.
Pretty good.
A little bit. Not by a lot. Sorry.
Just bouncing off.
So you.
I could have used a resolve.
What's
I
your
should've.
move? 4?
Mhm.
So you're 12 yards.
He's 8 yards away. Or,
8?
well, 16 yards away.
Yeah.
Dude,
Exactly 16
A
years away.
fucking grenade is lethal at that range.
Nah, not technically.
No.
Oh, 16 yards, 100%.
It's only a 50
30-foot radius.
Oh yeah, frag kill radius on a fucking like
This is yards.
grenade is like a fucking 100 feet or something.
Yeah,
like
but that has shrapnel design.
He's also
to
young.
load things.
that. Sure, and it's only this fucking big.
I understand that.
He's gonna have some slivers. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be missing a head.
I'm using all my engineering
I'm not
skills.
trying to kill you, but
No,
you
no,
would
no.
be fucking dead.
It's moving.
Black powder.
What's that? The explosive radius of a hand grenade?
It's fucking far
No,
more
it is
than
not.
that. Yes, it
A
is.
kill radius of a grenade is 10 meters. Is what I.
That's still 100 feet.
10 meters is
meters?
30 feet.
30 feet.
What was it? It said 33. Yeah, there's no fucking way.
Yes,
No way.
that's what you. Okay, that's what
That's
you're
not what I was
trained with.
taught.
And we used to use grenades as part of our
Air Force.
our demolitions. I'm telling you, I've been
Air Force.
very, very
Air
close
Force.
to
I know,
explosions.
it
Air
is-
Force is easier to kill.
Hey,
Do you know what kills you?
The concussion.
Thank you.
Matt.
Well,
It is
it's
not
it's
the
rare that you're going to
shrapnel.
get hit by the shrapnel unless you're real
Have you
close.
ever duct
Shrapnel will
taped
fuck you up,
grenades
too.
into
Absolutely.
one
And it probably has a very long
Oh, yeah.
kill radius. But it's
It's
the
on
concussion.
grenades, it's the shrapnel that kills you. But a real bomb, it's not the shrapnel that kills you.
It's a shock.
Because I was over. We when we set off in Miklik, for instance,
Oh no.
we were 300 feet away,
52F.
and when it went off, you're like,
52
"Oh my god!" Everybody,
Okay.
all of us were like,
Mythbusters.
"Jesus Christ."
The two of that, you guys both took off, right?
I told him to run,
I-
and I stayed with my
okay.
shield waiting.
You stayed
I
with
take
the-
off.
Okay. So you're far enough out.
On base.
You hear
between the
there-
runways.
Yeah.
there is a little bit of an explosion, but not
I
much.
was fucking
Okay.
100
It
yards away.
staggers you, but doesn't knock you down, doesn't do any damage. The explosion, however, to you does 25 points minus your toughness.
I'm out.
Okay.
Healing shot.
You see a big explosion of smoke. You see Matt's body go tumbling and land in the dust.
I would have been fine had I not already been wounded.
Okay.
Do I get to take armor off?
Yeah. No, don't remove the armor, or don't subtract armor because it's full body.
Toughness.
Okay. Toughness, absolutely you do. Okay. He goes down. Behind him, there's a cloud of smoke from the explosion and a rumble as the walls somewhat cave down. You can't see the state of the rats beyond it, but they were at least a couple of rounds away, so probably they didn't take any damage, but it might slow them down a bit. What would you like to do?
You got
Is
so
he?
unlucky with that.
So how far away is he? I'd like to.
20 yards? 30 yards, maybe?
I'm already encumbered. He's a hero. I gotta save him.
Can't drop this backpack.
And there's two of you.
Yes. Because if you save him, he'll owe you.
He already doesn't like you.
God, I'm sitting like, no.
Matt's character is all about owing everybody else for saving him.
Yeah.
So
16.
20 yards. I'm gonna go directly to him,
Okay.
and as I'm going, I'm gonna pull a healing draught out of my.
Okay.
I know he's hurt. I know he is. Obviously. I mean,
Okay. So that's what, 4 plus toughness bonus?
Just toughness bonus.
Just toughness.
Just toughness bonus back in health. So
So
he pours a healing potion on you. Does that get you conscious? Okay.
Well,
Okay.
you don't to go into negative. Instead, when you reach 0, you take a critical,
Okay.
Right.
and then that will determine if you're dead or not.
Alright, so let's see what the critical
We'll,
does.
we'll worry about that later because he doesn't know yet.
yeah.
Were these pony kegs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were sizable ones. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it was a full bundle for
Just
everybody.
keep in mind the R factor of black powder is pathetic.
Oh, I understand that, but I'm asking
So-
Grok to do the math for me.
I love that noise.
So
Only
when
100 pounds of TNT.
he doesn't.
TNTs, no, that's different.
No, that's far worse.
So, I mean,
All
he's-
R
he's one of
factors
the
are based off
mechanics he would be
TNT.
conscious.
I know.
He doesn't go
conscious.
into negative.
Correct.
Okay,
He's
does-
conscious.
So I can see that he comes 2.
Right. You don't know how much internal damage he has at this point.
Okay.
But he's conscious, and with your help, you guys can stagger down the down the trail.
That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. And you have 4 or 5 points health right now.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we?
Nice.
Is it we staggering like I'm helping him, or
Yes.
okay?
Yeah. He's not able to walk or hear.
Okay.
I've been there before.
So you guys stagger down the hallway or the passageway. Meanwhile, the other 3 of you, you guys go tearing down the passage,
Mhm.
the valley. As you are approaching that section with the cave, give me a perception roll.
0.55 is R factor.
Does this involve shadowing?
I looked up what Grok it says. The fragments
apply
can
that.
travel
You're not
up to
being followed,
200 meters.
Oh, absolutely.
Does this
So
involve,
it classifies lethal radius as like 49 feet, I think is what it said.
It's-
But
it's
I'm sorry, you were saying
Perception.
perception?
Probably
He wasn't
like
very
putting armor.
Yeah.
And I take it not Wind's magic.
Winds of magic does not apply.
It's
Any
saying
test
auxiliary,
detect.
Smell?
it's probably putting in
Sure.
also like body armor.
That's what
Okay, I
I'm
have
saying.
advantage.
No, that's
Any
without body
test to
armor.
detect Winds of
Never
magic.
mind.
There's a reason why.
Winds of magic are the same as they
There's a
were.
reason why they have
Oh,
what they
Jesus.
call the
Yes.
bomb.
I can
EOD
really
and
detect
stuff
that.
have
It's magic.
body
Good thing
armor
I'm
stuff, or we
forget
got
the
flat
dog,
vests
too.
we could wear.
Thank God you're.
That's supposed to increase your survivability rate.
Okay,
Are they still surrounded?
if it's smell test, what does that do? Because
Ceramic plates is actual body armor.
height
like
doesn't
that.
smell.
It gives you a +1 itself.
I actually have a flak vest.
Okay, so I
can
got a
use that
0 then.
Once
Yeah,
I've got a reason to have it.
And
But it's
So,
nothing but layer over
As
layer
you guys
over
are
layer.
moving quickly
Fabric.
down the path, you hear the sounds of Skaven up ahead in the direction of that hole.
Okay,
If you
the
guys
dog-
go around the next bend, they almost certainly will spot you.
the dog has a nose for trouble. So with that,
Yeah, he alerts as well,
okay.
and you start smelling sweaty rat.
Why? I also have third sense or sixth sense.
Okay,
Yeah, I have that too.
that's sort of your spidey sense has been going off for like the last 3 days. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I immediately
Peter
duck
people.
for cover somewhere,
Okay.
and I get to grab the dog and
Okay, you guys take cover. You don't see him yet, but from the voices, it sounds like there is a group of them around the next bend.
Anything of note
And
they're talking about?
Yeah, they seem to be discussing. Their orders to stay here and guard the hole, and prepare for survivors that are going to be fleeing.
Okay. I'll relay that to the group.
They're under strict
That's for
orders
the
to
pony
kill
cakes.
anything non-Skaven.
Do they sound
The
scared?
description's just not.
Several of them, the underlings sound scared. The instructors or leaders sound confident.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, I mean, black powder is kind of crap.
I
I'm
mean,
so
It's more it's where it's channeled
wait.
and everything that goes.
I may be able to scare them away via my wandering shadow.
Okay. From somewhere behind you,
You're gonna
you
turn-
hear a loud boom.
Yeah.
Presumably of the bombs.
So you're gonna turn yourself comatose when we have a time limit.
We have a time limit, but we're also not going to run. We have to deal with this in front of us.
is there a way to hide?
Yeah,
we're saying
you guys
we're
aren't
gonna kill
visible to them
everybody
at all.
who-
No.
Every
You could just
non-human that
hide.
wants.
To the ones in front of you, but you still have someone coming up behind you.
Right.
No, we have you coming up behind us.
Sure.
Dude,
They can clear the ones
We
in
can
front of them.
hide to the ones coming in front of us.
100%.
Can't we make it through
You-
the valley? Is the thing.
Almost certainly not.
Yeah.
If you guys remember what the layout was before, that's what you have to get through.
We have to find some way of avoiding these things.
Where's the horn?
They
Who has you have the horn.
I know. It's my orange.
Like I said, they sound scared, so I might.
That's
be
why we
able
just
to-
hide. We just hide. They're gonna
It's
run
not like
past us.
it's not like video games where they just teleport in.
Right.
Right.
You do gotta give them a little bit of time to get there. I
The
want
horse
the
is
horn.
flying.
And what would you like?
Just George's character's over there going like this, like it'll open a portal. I've seen
We
it.
did send a horse back without the bombs.
You did.
And they just heard the explosion.
And the horse got back.
And they've
Maybe.
also,
What?
Maybe.
It's not like the rats could catch it as it goes by. They'd be like, oh, damn.
and they've received orders to kill every non-human that enters.
They
the
probably
valley.
I'm hiding.
Non-human.
Yeah.
Sweet. We're
Yeah, you push yourself up against the rock edges and so forth,
non-scared.
trying to get some cover.
I know.
It's not a very
I'm
good
correcting
hiding
myself.
spot, but
The
at
dog
least
sits
you're
between
trying.
one.
Yeah, I have the fear.
I want to peer around the corner.
Okay.
Hiding when you have a dog is pointless. The stupid dogs are always like, what's up, man? You're right there. I know. What are we doing? It's like, come on. I hate that.
That's Molder.
So you're gonna go peek around the
You're
corner.
hiding and all you hear
I
is.
assume stealthily.
Yeah.
Give me a
That's
stealth roll.
literally Molder when you guys
Can I
come in.
use urban advancements?
You like
Urban
hold the tail in
advancements?
one
No, you're
hand
not
and
in
the
an
mouth in
urban
the other.
situation.
Oh, we're
It's
playing.
so frustrating because I can only
Right.
advance urban.
I had to.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
I hated having to do both.
I agree.
I had to do both.
I'll give you half of them because it's similar.
My elf had to do
So
all of
amazing.
it separate.
I have the same issue.
No, he still needs to develop it separately.
Well,
But
the
I'm
thing
playing
is,
with
most
pistol would not
you
work.
get to choose.
Wish I had
like,
a rifle.
what you
Wish
put
you
in
were
Right, you
stealth.
get stealth any.
I didn't get that.
Yeah,
You're
I,
like,
I
honestly,
didn't
I
get
would-
that.
You're sitting. You're
Trying to catch a
sitting.
dude.
No, I'm not.
I just said stealth.
Okay,
Before.
so you
No.
peek around the corner.
Well, you still.
You see what looks like about a dozen Skaven. Most of
No,
them are
but
lightly
I'm
armed
not
and armored.
either.
Unlike previous ones, half of them have slings, the other ones have spears, and then there are several with halberds taking command. They seem to be positioned in front of the cave opening, standing watch. A short distance in front of them, there looks like a dead horse.
Yeah.
Tony.
Two.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would
It's
rather
fine.
play with you guys.
The horse
than,
looks like it has been
like, if
ripped
they
to shreds,
start coming from behind me,
and several of
I
the
can
rats
get them
have blood dripping from the mouth.
Hey, good.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We wait for the remaining three because they can't be far behind us.
Or they're dead. I mean, you guys were saying that they're gonna blow up when they detonate the bomb.
I know. It's either we wait for them or we take action now. And I think we should at least give them some time to arrive back in case they are going to arrive back.
Okay, so the scenario here, and I understand what your logic, and I'm flexible as far as how you guys want to interpret it. The mechanic that you guys have to deal with is you have at most 2 or 3 minutes before the Skaven horde reaches this position. If you wait for the rest of the group, you have less time. If you act now, you have more time.
But the okay,
So
I thought these Skaven that we run across were right in front of us.
no, they're around the bend. They
Yeah.
can't see you. He's looking around stealthily around the corner, and he can tell you where they're at.
And they're next to a cave.
Next to the
Yeah.
cave.
If you
Remember
remember,
the cave that we came across?
and it had like circles of layers. Of,
Oh yeah, that map. I remember
Yes.
that map.
What?
Okay.
What is the best way of getting around this? Does anybody have any ideas?
I don't think we can. We can't fight them. And we can't stealth them. Well, you could probably stealth past them, but
He's already gone. What are you talking about?
He's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think he.
I'm trying to figure out a way for you guys to
he
get
can
past. 'Cause I should
pickpocket
get down.
them. He can pickpocket them as he goes by. I'll take that.
no. You don't have any like shadow spells or any other
I
horseshit?
can make us. I can get
No,
rid of
no,
those
not us.
grenades
Well,
that
you're
sit in
not
my pocket.
casting spells on my ass.
You're awesome.
Then no, nothing. The best I can do is dark, watering shadows scare them out of the area. The lower tier ones sound like they're scared out of their minds.
There we go.
Okay.
It's
So
yeah.
some of you aren't here.
So I will not look.
Alright.
my own
You have
guess.
to address.
So all of a sudden, I like smell vanilla.
My own guess makes me think
The
that
smell of rat.
It's
it's
like
still
beavers.
nighttime, right?
Beavers
Think of
must.
Never was not nighttime.
Because they went in the middle of the day.
Yeah. You guys
Yeah.
went to the
I'm sorry.
You fine.
I thought. Okay.
It was
So-
the storms
you
is what
can't see
you
it.
were arguing with your bonuses, your magic.
Okay, so is there like an overhang? Is it direct sunlight, or is the storm?
No, it's not direct sunlight. They're
Okay.
shadows.
What's the
making
arrow?
sure.
The arrows went
was
the
the
path
path.
that you guys had tracked before.
I
And this is all snow covered.
Yeah, there is snow in here.
But there's tons of tracks from them and shit too. Right?
I remember this
There's
whole
tons of tracks
So
from the rats.
I do
and all
too,
that
yeah,
shit over
yeah,
there.
I don't.
I knew there was going to be dudes here because I told you guys there's going to be dudes there. And you guys are like, no, they're not going to be there.
We were only supposed to scout.
You did.
And if the Skaven wouldn't have failed so miserably like they did, we probably would have been okay.
But they're Skaven.
Everybody knows
if you want,
David
if
only
you
have
want
a
to
6
shadow
leadership.
them, so be it. But keep in mind, you're also putting yourself comatose here.
And how?
If I remember correctly.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I can just let go of the spell. Stop
If I remember
concentrating on
correctly,
the spell.
this part.
It takes a dispel check.
That's what I remember.
I don't remember.
And you're not aware of what's going on with your body. If you can't see your body,
I know.
it can be being killed with you being aware at all.
I am very much aware of that. It's,
Magic item.
And there's an
I do
according
need
to Matt,
hit
there's
points.
an assassin around.
Dagger return.
It's Matt.
Like I said, I do need hit points.
All I'm saying is you go in the shadow and you either distract them or scare most of them away. But then, say you even dispel it, you're still all the way over here, and it's dispelled, and now they're looking around to see what happened.
I agree. They're
So I asked him to heal me before.
And neither me or the halfling has the strength to drag you.
yeah, that's fine.
Don't worry about it. You won't have to worry about it.
I'm waiting for the
Yeah,
explanation why.
You don't have to worry about dispelling the spell.
Okay.
You're just gonna shank. Are you just gonna shank me?
No,
Nothing's going to tell you.
So I'm gonna pray.
you will never know.
So I'm gonna pray as
just
a
be
halfling.
dead.
I'm gonna do it blind because there is things about it. So
You need hit points.
um,
I need hit points. You can wait till I get there.
not
All right.
Wait, like charge you up, put my hand on you, and stab him. I don't think it works that way. It's not electricity. I'm gonna take your soul and give it to him.
Oh no.
opposite blind.
Okay.
We haven't gotten that far yet, have we?
Every man has two
No.
gloves inside him. Dark and a
Who are you
white.
casting this on?
Halfling.
Really get some
Okay.
cast on you, halfling.
I'll do
You're
the
just
direction.
here, the joke,
Bless
two
you.
dogs fucking.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Okay.
Did you have a choice?
No.
No.
I'm blessing it.
Target.
It's a prayer, not a spell.
That is messed up.
Why are you looking at me? What did you do?
You're no longer a
Oh, this is
halfling.
gonna be fun.
You helping Matt. There is a
It shouldn't affect him at all.
unsettling grinding sound
I have
Oh.
no clue what it is.
coming from the increasing pain in his upper hip.
Could I have let my armor be destroyed and ignore that? And I mean destroyed.
The armor, the critical going to 0, you cannot ignore under any circumstances except for permanence.
Well,
So,
that's what I mean is armor, absolutely, all of my armor being destroyed.
Fate. You can use fate to ignore all of it.
He doesn't have any.
I
We
have
a-
fate.
Seriously?
Mhm.
I thought you used it all.
I use all my fortune,
No, that's his
resilience, and resolve.
I thought you used it against the Griffin.
Mm.
That's why I was.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I'm open to your armor took the brunt of it. You got beat up as far as hit points, but your armor is trashed at this point
Guessing
between the flames and the shrapnel.
I love it.
I'm open to that. It's,
I'm leaving the encumbrance, but I'm
Yeah, it's
removing all
you're
of
just
it.
gonna shove that
it's
on.
better than the condition.
You would totally be.
no.
Yeah.
Eat
Yeah, that
cake.
sounds. That looks
He
like
could have.
what you would.
It's only a fractured hip.
Oh Jesus!
Amputate the bottom half of the wheelchair and send him
Do you
out.
want me to remove all of it, both leather and
We'll see how well
chain?
a wheelchair person works in a fantasy.
I need to get the shit off me.
It's him helping it. It's just falling off in pieces. Of just his. Hey, look.
Okay,
you
so
can see-
we've gone through several minutes. So is your plan to wait or act?
Oh,
Cast your
You're
spell.
not there.
yeah. I.
I'm not there yet.
You're not there.
Fine.
Okay, I was just
Fine.
letting you know that I left before.
I
that.
know that. I'm aware of that.
Okay.
You're not there yet.
I'm going to chant.
As soon as he starts, I start stealthing through the valley.
Okay, so you're acting now rather than waiting.
I'm going to start.
Okay.
Channeling.
Because I don't want to be anywhere near him while he's fucking casting.
Okay. Yeah.
That I'm also going to pray.
Okay.
I'm.
So he gives you a blessing before you get going. You are casting what?
I'm going to channel Wandering Shadow.
I know,
Channel,
love this
wandering
character.
shadow. Okay, give me a channeling roll.
Fantastic.
And you're going to just start stealthing across the field.
I'm going to try to stay as south as I can.
Okay. You leaving your dog or bringing him with you?
Oh, I'm taking the dog with me.
Okay.
Bum, bum,
There we
ba-da-dum.
Yep.
The rats look out in the snow. They see a dog walking on tippy toes.
That's right.
Rut row.
Okay.
No,
I
he's
use
dressed
one of
like
my
a
fortune
Skaven.
points.
Okay.
Got a green cloak on.
But this is one of the times when I really wish that they would incorporate,
I'm gonna
like in GURPS, I think it's GURPS, it has if you have somebody running across your field of view, you have penalties to hit them.
Yeah. That's
Can I be
that's
fun?
mechanic.
Can I make a?
The faster you move as a target makes it more
Oh,
difficult.
yeah, I understand the concept. It just,
No, never mind.
why bring that up?
17 would be literally.
How about I just make it across stealthily?
I just met your dog is so freaking fast when he decides he's
Oh,
going
yeah,
to sprint.
he's fucking. Yeah, he's gone.
He'd be hard to hit.
Why don't you go say hi to Dad?
Okay. So we have Dog and Tolman, and you are heading across the area. And
really like to do about
you're
you all.
heading across the area too? Okay. That's easy. Is that a selective thing that some people, like allies, can't see you or can see you?
No, it's not a selective thing.
Okay.
No one can detect thing.
And you're staying back in channeling?
That's nice. That's so nice.
Okay.
I.
Actually, I wish you became a priest instead of a thief, huh?
I
So-
can't. I'm a halfling.
You see that? You see the three of them. They're moving out. Up until this point, they've pretty much had some cover.
That's my one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but
You want to do some more channeling, or cast a spell, or
up until
You
this
just-
point.
up until about where they're at right now, they've had cover.
And are they going to have cover?
Further, no.
I can teach you how to
Wide open.
That's why it's up until this
I
point.
just
they've
don't.
had cover.
I already have
I
Dad
was just
jump
making
scaring
sure
me.
that
I don't
was-
need more jump scaring
Yep.
me too.
Outcast them.
Cast what?
Wandering
It's just
Shadow.
some kind of stuff people can teach like
Okay, you're gonna put yourself in a coma,
Yeah, I've seen.
and right now you are alone.
Jumping
There's
up
nobody else here.
Story when you're. I love it. I love watching it on video. Guys up to the kid. Just jumping.
And the
I like
clan
the
of
ones where they
Shin
jump
had
out of the car
statue at the plant.
into the bad guy's car.
It-
Which
Has
the
it
fur
actively
missile.
been time?
And that's always. was.
Well, no, you guys said you acted immediately.
But those.
Then
The Malin
yeah,
ones.
okay.
Malin ones are faster. They're smarter and they're more energetic.
So you're gonna have. I mean,
Better.
that you,
That's when they stop.
you,
using
you would expect based on the explosion, if they were when there,
they'll stop.
you probably got
German
2
Shepherds
minutes
will say
before
bite.
they catch up.
You gotta beat the shit out of that dog.
So are you prepared to be comatose and blind for 2 minutes?
How quick do you think I could get to them? In the shadow.
What do you mean?
It's
like stealthy?
no, just straight.
Just straight run to them?
I would stealth until a point where it's not obvious where the shadow came from, and then I just full steam sprint at them.
Okay.
Try to make as much of a
If
presence
you want
as
to run
I
to
can.
get over to them right now, you could do that and stay and be up with them.
I'm talking about the skin.
He's trying to
The shadow.
sacrifice his character.
The shadow. If I were to cast the shadow,
Shadowing.
Okay. And just run towards the Skaven
I
to
would
distract them.
I would get to a point where it's not obvious where the shadow came from,
Sure.
then just sprint at them, trying to cause as much fear and panic within the group as possible.
Okay. I buy that. Okay.
How long do you think that would take?
What's the movement speed of the shadow?
Same as me, so well,
Yeah,
it doesn't have
shadow
any encumbrance, so 4.
That sounds scary.
Okay, so 4.
Could be 4.
It would probably take, we'll say 3 rounds to get to the rats.
Then yeah, I'll cast it.
Okay.
Or I'll attempt.
I was gonna say, and he failed.
And
Watch this
I'll
move
be
cast.
using the
Now he's
feather
blowing.
Okay.
to, because I assume this is an illusionary spell.
Sure.
Any SL bonuses for
Winds of
mist,
Magic.
cloudy, or winds of magic?
Winds of Magic, I'll roll.
Plus 9. I'm glad I'm not there because I would have been like, you're gonna do this.
Okay, you get to add
He's
46.
just gonna go.
Because of the feather, add another 2 success levels.
46.
The feather, as you cast your spell,
Increase the size.
fades to a dull gray and then dissolves and disappears.
It's to be expected, because alright.
Be able to use my feathers, right?
You burnt your gift.
I'm not.
You just
Do I
burnt
have
your
to use
gift.
the overcast levels?
No.
You don't have to.
Then yeah, I'm not going to use the overcast levels. I'll leave it at the duration. of
You don't
4
want
minutes.
you don't want a 16-minute
No.
shadow or anything.
No.
He's the only one that survives because his body's there. There's-
They think he's
They just don't care.
Right.
They don't stop to eat him or anything.
Right.
I mean,
And I'll follow the plan.
You go back to your body and it's all over
Okay.
the place. So like,
So,
The out of body.
so your intent is to send the shadow into the rats to distract and scare them as long as possible.
Yeah. And I will be in the shadow, keeping an eye out for any that run, particularly towards my character, or where my character would be unconscious.
Can you end
okay.
the spell?
I can make a dispel check to end the spell.
He can try to end the spell.
I love it. Like two of the characters have a strategy where they just go comatose.
Right.
Very helpful.
I did
Yeah.
the same. Why is that special? I did
Okay.
it too. They're just
So-
losers.
The 2 of you working your way across the field.
Yes.
I need 3 of you technically, but 2 of you. One of them I don't need a stealth check. I need a stealth check. We're going to make this the regular basic skill is what, plus 40?
like plus 20 is
Plus-
average.
plus 20 is average. Because as you break out of cover and start stealthing across the open field, there's a large shadow creature over in the midst of the rats, and they all seem very distracted right now. Okay? Alternatively, seeing that, if you want to just run at full speed, you can roll with a minus 20 stealth check.
No, I'll take the
Okay.
bonuses.
Okay.
And
Be easier to spot somebody that's moving pretty fast and not trying to be quiet, but you also get the distance.
so plus 40 because they're distracted.
Plus
Is that
20.
Plus 20.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm adding plus 10 because when I got the apron, you gave me 2 skills to choose, and it was heal and
Stealth?
stealth.
It's camouflaging. With the blood stain.
Aren't you glad my elf donated that to you?
Not a problem.
Good
Okay.
job.
You hear somebody walking beside you, but you can't seem to see him.
Naturally.
Go roll for the dog.
Can I post the spell description?
You said I didn't have to roll for the dog.
You said one person in the group didn't have to roll.
Yeah, he doesn't have to roll.
Oh.
Once he
He's
is
very,
rolled,
very
I'm
sneaky.
going. Yeah, once he is rolled, I'm going to post the spell description in the chat.
It's fine.
Just so you can read it.
Puppy dog. Yeah!
Okay.
Put on my white colored blanket and walked across the
All right.
room.
No.
Nice.
That dog is just
There.
falling.
Snow. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, I'm fine.
Nice job, Dad.
Okay. Shadow moves over there. Okay.
Fear one.
Okay. So your shadow heads over into the crowd or appears in the crowd. However it gets there, not really a factor. Initially, all the rats are feared because you have low willpower, etc. Okay. Except for the ones that are armored. Not all of them are directly feared because they seem to be a lot more willpowered. Okay. It manages to distract them for several rounds while they scurry around trying to freak out.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but via the wording of the spell, you must use an action to direct your shadow's movement, otherwise it stands still.
Mm-hmm.
That implies that I am still a useful character. It's just I can control the shadow, and I can hear, smell, hear, and see from the shadow. But it never specifies I cannot smell, hear, and see from my own position as well. I would argue that I am more sending it out as kind of like a separate character that I can.
Yeah,
use
but
this
based
as-
on this description, I don't see anything that says you are comatose. It stands there unless you take one of your actions to do it. So you get half
so
actions, and you can
I'll
still
use
do
half actions and just try to move my way across the field as quick as possible.
Okay.
With half action.
Okay. So I will give you the benefit of the doubt, knowing that interpretation, and assume you started at cover as well when you did that. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to waste your time just getting to cover.
Yeah.
Okay. From there, you send your shadow out, and then as half action, you keep the shadow going, ooh, boogie, boogie, boogie.
Yeah.
As you try to stealth across the area, or are you going to move hastily?
I'll try to stealth across.
Okay, now given that you're moving at half speed for stealth and half action because you're controlling the spell, you won't have enough time to get across there before you suspect they'll be able to attack and respond to the shadow.
Then I'm going to stealth, but I'll stealth quickly. Just try to move across the field. You gave him the that's what I'm trying to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You can run across. It's still
running
still
across.
trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
Thus the stealth at minus 20.
That's what I was trying to do.
Okay, I figured that's where you were going with it. So stealth at minus 20 to make it across in the same amount of time.
It's a good thing we aren't there.
Oh.
We just went.
Oh, we're going to. What are you talking about?
Average?
No, it's minus 20.
Yeah.
So you would have been like this.
I can't physically make it.
Like I know,
But
I know that north is up,
I have
so
to get
my
across.
direction. I could be running back in the other direction right now. We've
Okay.
made it.
1%. I'm
Well,
going
now
to
you get
take
the
a dark
bomb that
deal to
exploded
reroll.
that area. You
Just
know
try to
that's
get it
not the way to
lower
go.
Then the 6.
He runs
Although
back.
that
Oh,
mechanic
shit.
doesn't. I'm still going to take a dark deal.
I mean, you can still take a dark deal if you want. The success level is a determination of
That's my
how
first
early they
skill,
spot
to
you.
throw his body
Yeah.
at the
So if you want to roll and try to get further over, that's fine.
splintered bones.
You have a 21 skill with stealth.
I have a 31 skill. I'm
So is
18.
his armor completely
Gotcha.
That's fine.
And stinky.
Makes
Hey, you and I are the same. And there's the same skill.
Yeah,
It is, but it's better
Yeah.
than a broken.
Okay, so you get about there when the rats, overcoming their initial fear, mainly due to increased fear from the guys with the armor and the weapons.
It does cause fear if that affects me.
I understand that. But that's a temporary
Yeah,
effect.
that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. You get
I'm
you
just-
get about halfway out when they overcome it and jump on the shadow, which pretty quickly dispels the spell.
Which then, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Make a break.
So at that point, the other two of them have made it in behind the rocks. You guys believe you're not currently spotted. However, we go into an initiative mode.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Can't believe this.
Okay.
guys got across the field.
Should have messed you. Only elf.
What was
elf
the blessing
had
you gave?
faith.
It doesn't work. Half the time it doesn't work.
You just explode when you get across.
Okay, click on your
He would
initiative.
thank you if you knew. That's funny.
You'll find out in 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about the blessing charts. Not all of them are beneficial the first you put on.
Oh, I know.
Well, they're all blessed.
If only
They
they
are
are
a
a blessing.
He could be here.
It is a blessing.
Dying.
I'll roll for the dog.
My God.
Tolman, you want to click on your initiative?
Oh shit, my bad.
If only the elf had some faith, then he could be here dying with us.
No. No.
Okay.
He wasn't allowed to be.
NPCs roll a whole bunch.
Who's too faithful?
Okay.
Too faithful to the dark god.
One of the rats with the halberds screeches out, pointing at you guys, and then immediately starts moving to engage.
How far away are we from the battle line?
15 minutes.
From the picket line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't run that long.
Sure you can. Here's an all awesome one there.
If only we didn't let that horse go.
You don't have to outrun the
That'd be useful.
Skaven. You just have to outrun
Somebody else.
Yeah, the problem is I think somebody.
It's invisible.
Yeah.
It's hard to outrun the invisible guy.
Especially when you don't know where he is.
Especially when he's willing to trip.
The invisible guy just keeps
That's so
tripping.
great. And if he's invisible, you can't even block it. It's just a stick in the bike spokes. Help!
God, yeah. You see those videos of that happening to people. My brother did that to me when I was a kid. That was
Okay, Alan, several of them surge towards you.
But
What
like,
would you like to do?
running?
I was riding full speed down the street. My brother threw a stick right in my spokes.
They definitely have spotted you.
Wait, like
Yeah.
motorcycle?
No,
They
bicycle.
are
I
all
was
looking
a
at
kid. I was
you.
like 8.
They don't appear to have spotted Tolman or the dog.
I'm going to
Are they?
put my hands up
We don't know.
as much as I
Oh,
can
I guess I can't
and
see
yell
it.
yell this out in Queekish.
Okay. You're going to surrender?
Not entirely.
And technically only put one hand up.
All hail Gork.
Snap, Mark! Oh shit! Wrong god!
Raises his hand.
They're over there.
You would get a fucking rock in the temple.
You can't understand what you're saying.
Say this in
Oh, I would when they all looked at him and then looked
with the
over at
expectation
us.
that I would try to convey it to them. Because
Amazing.
I don't know
You
if
can-
the common broken English actually is how just how.
If you can say, you can click on Queekish on the
I
language.
that's what I'm writing. I just don't. I'm not going to do it the whole man things like
Oh,
that. Yeah.
That's still super popular.
That's not really a thing. They speak normal
That's the
language.
broken comment
Energy
that
drink.
believe.
If they tried to speak Reichsspiel, yes, they traditionally would have that, but that's because they don't speak Reichsspiel very well.
So, I'm alive. I'm with the frozen blocks of juice you can buy in Edward. That's what
I
that
think they speak them really
It
well.
was like,
I think it's a great plan. They're over there
That sounds
hiding,
like some white
And
trash.
and then you go the other way.
Blessed him.
No, man, I never did that. All I ever drank was like.
Yell that out.
straight vodka.
Oh, did that yell out in Queekish? Can you guys read that?
Yes.
Well, that's
That
unfortunate, but
doesn't matter.
there's a language option I can click.
Yeah, that's why I said you had to click on the language option.
Sorry.
Okay.
Let's see if I can delete that.
Okay. And you're standing there with your arm up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dropping halberd.
Okay. Biscuit and Tolman, do you want to? You do not appear to be spotted as such yet. You're still hidden. You're currently behind cover with those rocks, but you hear many of the rats running up towards the wizard, who's speaking in their language. Arm raised.
I look over at him.
You can't see him.
You're fucking invisible, you prick.
There's a reason he's a master thief. Everybody else dies. He takes the loot.
I fucking stealth to the west.
Okay, you're gonna keep going.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and take a move in that direction.
Okay.
You and Biscuit.
And since it's half speed, it's only
You can move twice. Effectively, it's a regular move.
yeah. So that'll be 8 total.
Okay.
It puts me there.
We picked up a new distraction.
You did pick up a new distraction.
Your sacrifice will be remembered.
This is the only way any of us can survive.
All you had to do was wait.
We're learning from Andy.
There you go.
Andy survived like all these.
You say
combats.
that. That used to be Matt.
There-
There have been many a game when Matt says, "Screw this, we're not waiting."
What do you mean? Used to be mad. My elf was always like, man, I am not
Boars,
waiting
what
for
would you
this.
like to do?
Long rest, my.
The halfling and dog are still stealthing away. The wizard seems to be surrendering.
Had I been
The
my
rats
slayer.
don't. Well, give me an intuition roll. Doesn't
What
matter.
are you guys talking about, Charge?
Well, I
Jump
mean,
from
he
the-
is
jump
still
from
dressed
the
in
platform
wizard
where you're
robes, so
You can give me an intuition roll too.
If I kill one of those,
Holy ground?
How does aiming work?
Take an action and aim.
Plus 20.
Normally, you
I
look
have-
through the two sights and point at the
I
target.
have I have a hell of a lot of effects. Any test to detect the winds of magic is probably not accurate. Intuition test involving your sixth sense.
You knew it was coming.
you got to scope in your sling.
different.
You ever seen those fucking
Intuition
crossbows
test
with a
involving your sixth sense.
For a sling, it's different.
Sure, you can roll that.
Have you seen the videos of that?
Intuition
So
test. to
how
detect
often?
words.
How long is it? Just one
I assume
It
instance
takes
of-
around to aim.
I understand that, but you can only
Average
do
or
that
challenge?
once, or can you say I'm only aiming
challenge.
for 3 or 4 rounds?
It's just
No, it doesn't
everything
give you
gives
any
a
more
20.
benefit.
Okay.
Okay. So both of you have a solid impression that these rats have no interest in taking prisoners at this stage. They seem to be starving, despite their recent meal. And the leaders are moving aggressively towards you. So you can certainly try to surrender, but you do not have the sense that they're going to do anything like
I'm not trying to surrender. I'm trying to use bladder.
that, which is fine. So Boris?
I'm going to continue going.
Okay.
I mean, he's already talked to the enemy. It's like he's speaking chaos language.
It sucks. I'm sorry.
We can't. You're dead too.
Maybe. But I got a better chance of living than you at this moment.
Someone already moved on. Okay, so the rest of the rats.
Edible mage.
Tastes like shadow mage. Wait, no, that might be fire. A little spicy.
That's my only match too.
You only
Literally, I had one match.
You'd fail the light.
Those are expensive.
Boom.
See, I almost told you that the first time you tried, the match just burned out with the wind.
I was
Well,
really,
then we rolled it then.
I was really hoping that you would run up and the bullet that hit it just was delayed.
Oh, that would have been epic.
Yeah.
You know, as you're running
Yeah,
up, you see
Alan,
a slight glow.
Several of them
Huh?
are approaching. What do you want to do at this stage?
Yeah.
I am going to.
Man, imagine if we had Erdem here. This would have been so much easier.
Do what I stated. I'm going to attempt to
No, the bomb.
blather while backing away down
Party
the
priest would have been
path.
pretty handy in this too.
Just towards the west.
Yeah, towards the
So you're
left.
going to draw them towards the halfling.
Not much I can do.
Okay, I'm just trying to understand. I want to make.
you go ahead and
Right.
chat with-
I want.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine.
So I'm gonna.
Priest has no concern about that.
I'm gonna attempt to blather it.
So the lather's going to take
More
your major
than
action. You're only get the one move.
Someone's about to get a rock upside his head to slow him down.
I am so amazed you didn't do that to begin with.
The other thing we can count on Matt for doing.
I will absolutely.
We need to run. I just gotta run faster than you.
You, that's right. Whop, whop, all right.
And prone. I run.
He keeps mumbling this stuff in my ear as I'm carrying him or helping him along.
Yeah.
I should
Okay.
just break your leg.
Yeah, so I'm gonna attempt to blather at the
Yep,
closest
bro.
ones. Just blathering.
Now you were
Said.
too.
Never
I'm
mind the
looking
blood.
at the mechanic.
It's an opposed intelligence check
I'm
God.
and or charm.
Charm, intelligence. You roll your charm, they roll their intelligence.
Oh, that's not great for me then.
I was surprised you got Blather as the mage or whatever. With his other mage class.
It's diplomat
I
mage.
feel like I'm going to fail the perception check to realize this.
Okay. So it's going to be a charm or intelligence test.
It's his
Charm.
charm versus their intelligence.
Okay, I guess that's fine. Okay, so to speed this along some, you manage to stealthily move away as you see behind you the rats encircle the wizard, who is squeaking out at him like his life depends on it. Okay?
Squeakers, squeak.
He backs up functionally to the cliff edge because they surround you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me move them down.
Yeah.
As you, assuming you're able to successfully blather them, they're maybe 10 to 15 feet away as they surround you.
That's fine.
Okay.
My attempt is to
Now.
converse with the leader. Get to a point where the leader is not particularly
Stabby.
stabby. Yeah.
Well, you're not going to be able to convince them of anything as far as that. All blather will do is buy you time. Okay? You're not going to be able to convince them to not eat you or anything like that. Eventually, you'll run out of things to blab about.
Does the leader have a helmet on?
They have armor. I'll check momentarily
Okay.
if they have helmets.
Pictures look like they have helmets.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use the fact that I can speak their language as a way of getting out of this situation.
I don't know about getting out of the
I mean-
situation, but you can certainly delay things, which might open other options.
Yeah.
Okay, so the leader, they are wearing body and arm armor. They don't have anything on their head. Okay, so meanwhile, the other two of you continue off to the west. Okay,
You're not fucking visible.
correct. You
You're
and the
so
dog
mad.
is in the two of you.
Yes.
You
Send me
head off to the
footprints.
I
west.
was actually going to converse with him, but
Nope.
I don't know he's there.
You can just talk to yourself.
I am non-detectable.
I know.
He left. He's back home.
Yep.
So you're not even leaving footprints
Okay.
or anything.
No.
Non-detectable.
Before you do anything, I need to figure out if he's going to interfere and do anything. Or you, for that matter.
No.
You see them come running up, weapons drawn, drool and spittle coming from their mouth. They seem starving and ready to pierce on him or pounce on him. He is blabbing away some sort of nonsense, and they're at least pausing momentarily to listen.
So I do have a question.
I was really hoping you were
And-
still going
and
to
I
be
know, I know you stated it the
Well,
previous
I was
time.
hoping you were
but I
still going
wanted-
to be there when we got there. I
Is
need
that
your
portion there
healing.
a upwards cliff or a downward cliff?
You're the reason why I'm thinking
Darn.
staying.
Okay.
You and him. You're the
Too
three of you
late.
guys.
Oh, we're dead.
I was hoping it
You
was
shouldn't
down.
care about me at all.
But-
Really?
Nobody here should care about me.
Using explosives.
I mean, I don't have anything. My miracle and blessing's currently going, so I can't bless them.
Okay.
That's true. I don't know. You guys are alive.
I'll be honest, I don't think anybody here really should even care about
And I have no other skills
Yeah, we don't.
for it, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Are you an asshole?
So you're not doing anything?
Just
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. What are you going to do, if anything?
I'm gonna find a spot to hide and watch,
Okay. Just going to see
and
what
I'm
his
gonna
fate
have
is.
my sling ready. I'm gonna have my sling
don't be fun.
right, spinning up, and I'm gonna be staring at the leader, right,
Okay.
and taking an aim action
Okay.
every turn.
This is like the epitome of a good horror movie. You get to watch your friend get eaten.
You know, as soon as it looks like they're gonna fucking actually attack him, I'm gonna let a rock go into the leader's head, or at least try to.
Okay. Maybe stop one of them.
Right. Well, if I
And the reality there is, as soon as you attack them, they're going to know you're there.
Okay, that I would
15
disagree.
Rats.
That I might disagree.
they
It's
might
a
not
rock coming out of nowhere from a
I-
hidden spot,
I agree. They're not necessarily going to know exactly where you are. They're going to know somebody else is here.
and that's fine. I
Okay.
understand that. My
How trustworthy is your stealth skill? to be
The
able to
logic,
get
the
away at that
logic
point?
I have, I'm gonna explain it because
Oh, yeah, there is actually.
they're hungry. They attacked. They're thinking about eating him. We've seen them eat each other. Maybe if I drop one of them and they see food immediately, they'll forget about him and pounce on the guy who they can now eat. Is a thought.
That's valid, but if you wait until they're already pouncing on him, it's too late.
But you cast magic, and I don't like that.
I know.
I have a similar.
What is the
plan.
bonus to fire into a crowd of 15?
Let him figure out whether he's going to contribute. Your plan was to blather.
My plan is to
Is it
blather
16?
and
Yeah, I can't-
You can't cast spells while you're blathering.
I know.
Okay, and as soon as you
How
stop
much?
blathering,
Max benefit 60.
you lose all control of them.
I am well aware,
Okay.
and
All right, then I'm gonna do.
my plan incorporates that aspect.
Are they considered a group to fire into first?
The mass?
Yeah.
Sure, I'm fine with that. I mean, you
Okay.
can't pick out an individual, but you could certainly shoot into the crowd.
You hit the one person that's not the person you're aiming
I
at.
would love that. That would be so epic.
Please.
Yeah, it's like shooting your buddy getting torn apart by zombies.
Yep.
Like, you
Yeah.
just-
Right.
One bullet.
That would be epic if you shot into the crowd of what, 15 guys,
killed
and
me.
the one
Yeah,
time
15.
you hit the wizard.
Yep.
I would need to be
16.
angry. That would be a great way to die.
I was hoping there's a
Like I said, the current situation is you see him currently getting surrounded by the rats.
And maybe.
They seem eager to eat as they're slowly approaching him, but they're hesitant given that he's talking to them in their language. You don't know how they're going to react yet. But once they decide to leap on him, shooting into the crowd is going to be irrelevant. They're going to be in a feeding frenzy.
I'll shoot into the crowd.
Okay, just right now?
Mhm.
Okay. So, I assume you got the max size crowd.
Yeah, 16.
Okay.
Can we make the blather check to determine how well I stun them?
No, because they haven't.
He's already being generous. You could roll and fail miserably.
Okay,
First
that's
off.
fine.
Second off, I got 16 different rolls against your
Okay,
intelligence.
that's a fair point.
I'm glossing over some of this because I don't want to roll every individual one.
Well,
Plus,
yeah,
I think
and
blather is
given-
intended as a one-on-one
It is,
sort
yeah.
of thing.
Well,
Thank
Like I said, I'm being generous
Yeah.
as far as the mechanic. I understand
Thank
what
you
you're
for
going
being
for
generous.
from a
I get it.
storyline. So,
No,
5,
I don't know
10.
range wise where am I?
There are 15 guys there. Number 15 will be a wizard.
Well, there's 16 with the wizard.
Nope, there's 15 total. At least by my count.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Oh,
11,
62
12,
we
13,
are.
14, 15, 16.
Okay.
I count 15.
1, 2, 3,
count
4,
it,
5, 6,
you're
7,
using
8,
the-
9,
you're using
10,
the
11,
initiative
12,
basis.
13, 14, 15, 16.
You're using the initiative basis. There's one of them is not there.
Okay, well, there's 16 models, including you. There's 16 models in the initiative list.
Yeah, and there's only 15 models here.
Interested.
Well, there's
Well, plus you.
plus the halfling and the dog and
Right.
George.
I count 15
There's-
models right there.
There's 15 models in the group.
Either
We
way,
can't-
either
we
way,
can't-
the
we're-
skill
that's so
plus
weird.
60.
I don't know where this
Yeah,
is.
I just
talking
counted
about-
it. It's 15 models on my group.
He's got a
screwing
1 in
me,
16
including
chance to
the
shoot
wizard.
him in the
Okay.
head.
Yeah, 15
That's
counting the
15,
wizard.
Yeah,
That's
counting the
wild.
wizard, it's 15.
So,
Did you count this up here?
Hush.
No, it's
Hush.
counting
okay. Let's resolve the attack as the rock goes flying into the crowd.
6, 7,
Bounces
So
up.
you get a really good hit on somebody.
16.
Ricochet.
Now, roll a 1d150. Roll a
Is there one way
1d15.
over there?
On a 15, you hit the wizard.
That actually works?
Yeah.
Yeah. /R.
/R space
Slash
1d15.
roll also works.
Yeah,
Oh,
roll
it does.
works also.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
1d15.
1.
1. Okay, so you hit the first rat on the bottom left. It takes it. It smashes into his arm. And the rat goes down. Okay, give me a blather roll.
Just collectively against the group.
Yeah.
You're standing there talking with the rats. They seem overly eager to eat you. When one of them goes pop,
Yeah.
and his
Would
arm gets
fatigue
cut off.
work?
Which what?
Would fatigue affect this?
Yes.
Okay, then challenging, I take it?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking a corruption point to reroll that.
Dark deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. You get take one.
Spend a
Well, I know who
resilience.
my
Spend
next
a
target's gonna
fortune.
be.
Don't have any.
Okay.
Yeah, you're stuck with that.
You're stuck with that. Give me a cool test.
Motor. Motor. Stop.
Okay. Add an extra 2 points of corruption.
Well, that bypasses the limit for the future.
Okay. Well, we'll worry about that in a bit.
Okay.
May not be relevant.
You rotate on the spot,
We gotta
goes
head
for the
back down here
ball,
from
and then you
down.
make a save.
With the
Yeah,
bomb.
octopus
Okay.
arms.
They react as you smash them, or as you blather with them. One of the rats suddenly explodes with his arm falling on the ground. He stares at it for a moment before he collapses and falls to the ground. The ones next to him stare at it for another second, and then everything on this side converges on that one.
And when that happens, bolt through the crowd past the dead Skaven. In an effort to put this dead Skaven in between me and the remainder.
Okay, so the dead Skaven is right here.
Then
So you're going to be going north if you're trying to get out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
These on the right-hand side are not distracted.
then I'm going to make one action to move, and one action to cast Hush.
Which makes you quiet.
It is centered in a certain range, which has 3 configurations. One of them completely negating sound in the entire area.
Okay.
So I'm trying to mute everybody in that right power portion.
So, because of the blathering, roll your initiative again. And then I will roll the ones that are effective and active right now to see what, if anything, they can do. Because they're going to jump at you before you can do anything. Okay, presumably.
Great, no.
Like roll the
Nice.
initiative.
It's initiative.
Oh,
It's the initiative tracker.
Can I actually roll that again? Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, because I reset the combat.
Okay, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Same thing for you and you, unless you specifically have left.
I mean, I'm probably. I take note of the halfling.
This is what
Yeah.
you're going
The
to.
halfling hasn't left.
Yeah.
He just,
Well, yeah, I take note
I was
that
going
he
to say
has.
that one also has a melee in it.
I don't need the melee. It's a range in.
okay.
That's
Dog,
anyway.
Take the
NPC.
dice. I roll
They
a
don't have a ranged in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not going for that. I'm going for the dual wheel dice.
So this one charges forward to attack you.
I think it's the second one.
He swings in,
Yeah,
swings
it's
his
not
halberd,
If I even get.
and hits by 20 with a critical.
I get you.
I'm sorry, hits with 5 with the critical. So you have brawling, I believe,
Yeah,
Hunters.
I can make a brawling check.
or
I
dodge.
love hunters.
Your choice.
Badass.
And also there's no micromanaging slabs.
I'll make a dodge check.
Okay.
You also get like 4 dogs. Level 4.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't like having them.
Yeah, I
You
couldn't
have
have
this-
succeeded. I'm just dead.
Okay. Yeah, that takes you down as the rats close in.
What?
Is it here? Save your friends.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
You see the crowd. They split. Some of them go for the initial rat, and then as he starts to move, the rest of them jump on him, and he goes down under the crowd. Did you guys want to do anything?
Here's what I originally wanted.
Second level. It's very
I'm gonna
good with both.
try to hide.
You are hiding right now. Are you just going to stay and hide, or are you going to try to
Stay and
stalk
hide,
away?
because I don't know if they're coming or not.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be down the path, looking, watching the halfling, I guess.
Okay. Go a little bit further before your prayer ends.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Ben.
See if I even.
Sorry, man.
Can you even
I tried.
tell the Skaven over there?
You go. Yeah. Give me a perception roll.
Wait. Yeah. Okay. Boom.
You got a random
Oh no!
design.
Okay. So.
It's up to Charlotte.
Why does that have that image?
Because you're not on the screen. That's
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Okay. So
I'm
Heinrich,
dead.
you come running full tilt around the corner. When you see a large group of Skaven currently eating something, they seem distracted at the time being.
Okay. I'm gonna hold action.
Okay.
as soon. Do I see him?
Sure.
Okay.
You see him come around the corner. He skids to a stop, like in the mid valley, not hiding or anything, unaware that the Skaven were there.
I'm gonna sit there and just wait.
Until something spots him.
And as soon as something spots him, I'm gonna throw a rock into the crowd.
Okay.
Are you okay with me having, while I was running, pulling my heavy crossbow and loading it?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
A heavy
I love how everybody who's been a GM, the four of us,
I know.
Fuck.
It was a long shot. It was a long shot, but just
Do you
curious.
mind if while I was running, I picked up a bazooka?
I cooked a souffle as I carried him.
Okay.
Good stuff.
But my pistol is loaded because I did not fire it again.
Sure.
while
Did you
they-
pick it up earlier?
I didn't drop it.
Yeah, he with
I-
the
when
with the bombs. he
Okay.
said
Yeah,
that.
when I was shooting bombs.
That's fine.
Okay.
So you kids skid to a stop. There are several Skaven, about a little bit more than a dozen of them. One or two of them look up at you with a mouthful of something. They ignore you and go back to whatever they're eating.
Can I make a intuition check to approximate how long I have until they?
Who cares?
We must spend time.
How long
in
do I
studying.
have?
Okay, so the question I have is, do you want to wait to figure that out or immediately act?
Act.
Go ahead. What do you want to do?
Full run.
If you want to stop and study them, absolutely, I'll give you an intuition check. At which
Looks
point,
like my ex-wife.
I like it.
I need a
I
measure.
always love that.
I mean, I completely agree. I do too. But
Oh wait. Okay. I need
We
to
don't
figure out how far I can even move. So
This was
what's your
my very
intent? Don't
first
worry
class
about
I
mechanics. Tell me what your
joined this
intent is.
group was this, and he was
not
like,
doing like
no.
a full run like all the way up here north by the cave, but trying to
You
get
don't start
around
with this
them
skill or anything.
hastily.
Okay, so you're going to
At
try
a
to
full
move
run.
by maybe 30 yards away from them.
About.
Okay,
I
I'll
know
try
I
to
know
make
that
it
I
in
know
that.
they're charging.
Do what?
I don't even have that.
sure.
What
I'm
basic?
going to try and
Yeah.
stay out of that.
Okay, which
And
is
go
fine.
around.
So you're just trying to
Wait, so
get
you started with the class.
trying to get through as quickly as you can.
Yes, just full
Okay.
full
I
tilt
just like
run.
the fact that I got swim.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, they don't.
Who?
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they do
Oh,
swim.
trying to say that?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
I was like, hey, I can swim.
a chance.
You did, and honestly, you had a decent chance.
Yeah, just
As,
one.
as far
No,
well, there
no,
was some
use it.
some
Well, it's
tactics
basic
and
skill,
options.
so everyone can use it.
So
There's no ranks.
okay, give me how do I want to do it? Okay, what's your speed? Your movement rate?
3.
3. Okay, so I need a percentile roll with. I'm going to adjust because you have a 3 speed. You're moving a little slower, so it takes longer to go. Go ahead and roll and tell me what you get, or roll and I'll see what you get. You want high.
Oh,
Okay, so
oh,
you're fine.
I want high.
You want high because it's how long they're going to be eating.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
70.
So you get to about here
Thank goodness you only put that extra weight on.
when one
Thank
or
you.
two of them look up and look in your direction. Okay. They seem to have a fairly large distended belly at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Do they appear encumbered?
No.
Okay.
If anything, they look a little drunk.
Oh.
Okay. One or two of them sort of starts staggering in your direction,
I
not very
throw
fast.
immediately.
Okay. Okay, go for it.
Plus 60 still for being a giant group, and I'm not worried.
Because you're picking out an individual one.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're just trying to take out another guy
I'm
in the
just trying
crowd?
to take out another guy.
Okay, so the rest of the crowd is still eating actively.
That's fine.
It's 2 of them or so have started to wander off and take notice of him.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's. I want the bonuses to hit, and do.
Sure. If your intent is, I'm assuming, to
My
distract him with
assumption
more
is
food.
we're gonna have to kill all these guys.
Okay, so you're just trying to take one out.
I'm just trying to take one out.
Okay.
Maybe give more food. Maybe they'll be like, "Oh, there's a fresh body," and go over to the other guy.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. These 2 are no longer distracted by those because they've detected fresh meat nearby. think zombie mentality. They're
Okay.
heading towards that.
Do they count as a group?
Of 2.
Of
You see
2,
damage?
that is a minus 20? Yeah, no, this is not paired melee, so it's...
Yeah, but there's no
It's
penalty.
It's just
a
group-
single
crowd
target
size.
in a group of 2 is minus 20.
But no.
No,
It's
that's-
just a group of 2.
I'm shooting a group of 2.
Shooting
I'm
a
not
mob,
Yeah. Of
1 to 2 targets is 0.
Yeah, so no
You have to be
modifier.
3 or more.
Oh, well...
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to...
All right, I will take a turn
Okay.
to aim
Okay. And then try to hit one of them?
and then hit one of them.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Couple of them, we'll say these 2. Oh, if I can select them. That sort of wandered off towards him. You sling one, and the front one goes down. That distracts the second one, who goes over to it and almost subconsciously just finds himself starting to eat more. Despite the fact they're obviously overfull at this point.
Well, at this point, I'm just going to start slinging rocks into guys.
Okay, the rest of them seem to be distracted at this point. Okay, Ben, I assume, continues on.
Do I see him?
Give me a perception check.
No, I don't. So I
No.
continue at full
even
tilt.
throwing a sling, he doesn't. So
So yeah, I continue at full tilt.
okay, so he comes running past you. If you want to let him know.
Psst, hey,
Okay.
Okay.
where's the other 2? The
Wolfskin
wizard.
got... Huh?
The wizard's fucking dead right there. They're chewing on the wizard.
Man, that's tough.
Sorry, buddy.
Wolf King got blown up.
And you question why I have hostility towards you.
I mean, you
Oswald's
scare him
helping
every
work.
single combat.
He's
Oh, someone's coming?
Oh.
Yeah, very
He didn't
slowly.
do anything.
Load your crossbow. Get
Yeah,
ready.
that's what I was gonna do.
All right.
Okay. So you guys get into position, load your crossbow, and
Yeah,
you sling.
I hide behind some big rocks, so I'm like effectively fully concealed because I'm hoping he will
Are you
let me
still
know.
keeping
when.
an eye on them, or are you
I'll
gonna go?
join
on?
him at this point.
Okay.
They've already played.
He's not going to tell him. He's
Yeah.
just going to
No,
Well,
well,
no,
he's
my
visible.
thing is
It already expired. So,
triangle dagger.
Yeah.
So I'm
so you guys finally get into position when the priest returns to the group.
Yeah.
so I'm
Where'd you
so I'm going to effectively see if I could hide behind
You'll just
anything
get
that
him
would
as-
fully
Maybe.
not surround me, cover me. And since he's stealthy and can hide out and actually look out without being seen, I'm going to wait until he lets me know that I should fire.
Okay, I see that. He's
Because
not
I'm
stealthy,
not
so he's
stealthy.
hiding. Here, hide behind this tree.
Hide behind the invisible one? That doesn't work.
Hide behind this boulder while I hide in.
I see, I see
I-
your
I-
intent.
you take it.
My first
Okay.
was like, you're a fucking coward. And then I went, no, actually, that makes sense. Where
Yes,
if you're not a stealthy
Okay.
person.
yes, I
So,
reload my crossbow.
A minute or so
Prepare.
more goes by. In the distance, you can hear the swarm coming closer. Gets you a little nervous because it gets notably closer before you finally see Andy and Matt come around the corner. Staggered. Matt looks like this morning. Really. It's like he just woke up. But I mean, he's obviously been thrashed. The rats have basically finished whatever they could at this point. Okay? They're sort of milling about with sort of that after, like a big brunch feeling, where they're sort of a little bit lazy and everything, wandering around looking at different things. Matt and the other 2 come around the corner. Give me a perception checks for the 2 of you.
Matt and the other 2?
Well, sorry, Andy and Matt.
I picked up a friend along the way.
Yeah.
Yes, good
Here
roll.
comes this character.
Yep. My question is, have I
Find a
seen
random
anything
villager.
behind us yet? I've heard it.
You have heard it. It's not far.
It's not okay.
Okay, so both of you move around the corner without much difficulty, and you see up ahead a crowd of rats standing, congratulating themselves on a good meal and so forth. They look in your direction and meet your gaze, and both of you sort of are a little shocked and surprised. And then they start fumbling for weapons.
And then one
so
of them
forth.
gets hit with a rock.
And then
another one gets hit by a
one of them
bolt.
gets hit. Now,
Another one gets hit by a bolt.
mechanically, You can hear the crowd behind you. Okay? You can still move normal speed because you have positive hit points and you lost your armor and everything, so you probably actually move faster. But with working together, you can keep up your speed and so forth. You have a few rounds before the swarm arrives.
Yep. Behind us.
Behind you.
Okay.
Oh man.
So the swarm are moving faster than they are?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he able
Even
to
with that
move unassisted behind
He can.
me now?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's recovered enough that he can
Okay.
move unassisted and so forth. You guys can operate, but you had enough of a slowdown because of the injury and his recovery
Yep.
that they've
They're
caught
close.
up quite a bit.
Even over the rock.
Even over the rocks didn't really slow them down. Now it probably has slowed down the chaos guys. That's a bigger issue. But the Skaven, there's a tide of them coming
Yep.
fairly soon.
I don't know if I have enough rocks for a tide, guys.
I'm hoping that if they can get
my
on
shield
this side
survive
of the map, they'll just all funnel into
not?
the cave.
That's what I was thinking too.
Because I feel like they're.
I will say yes, but it only has 1 point of armor left on it. Okay.
Because I'm hoping they're more scared of the chaos guys than they are worried about fighting us.
Oh, I guess I
Oh yeah,
can
we
see
have
the
to roll
screen now.
initiative.
Okay. So let me end this combat with reroll initiative.
It is 10 o'clock.
Yes, and
Can
let's
they-
go ahead and do that.
It's almost 10:30.
10-20.
Go ahead and roll your initiative.
Ah. My epic rolling.
There you go.
Good on initiative.
Okay.
The only one in the 30s.
Since I was taking a hold action.
Yeah, you're fine. I have no problem. You take your initial action, then we'll start the round.
Okay.
Okay. So we will start at this point.
It doesn't show it up.
Looks like everybody has a roll, and then we'll pick up with this next time. And like I said, you have a limited time, as in a couple of rounds before the tide appears behind you, and at that point, there's enough of them.
Yeah.
They're either going to catch you, and it's going to move at a specific rate, stay ahead of it, or they're going to overwhelm you, sort of thing.
Can I take my turn right